All right, we're live.
Peace and blessings, y'all. Welcome to the GOAT James Kingdom show with B League and A Johnny. As y'all know, we go live every Sunday noon Eastern Time to talk basketball and the greatest players to play the game of basketball. Today's show, we're going to talk about the Lakers and how hot they are and how good they're looking, and also the GOAT himself, LeBron James, and how great he's looking and how good the Lakers are just pushing for the playoffs right now. So we're going to have a great discussion about that. So shout out to everybody that's already watching us and in the comments. Y'all know we are going live on Facebook. You also can catch us on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, Discord. We are the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Thank you for subscribing to the channel. Hit that like button, y'all. Check out the membership as well. So today is going to be another great show as we have our normal panelists, and we're going to bring up the folks once we put up the link in a few minutes here. So thank you again for joining us on this Sunday afternoon. We're going to have a great show. What's good, fellas? We're good, B. Lee. What's good today, fellas?
What's good? What's good, everybody? So let's go ahead and kick it off. First, let's start with quick second with Bronny. We all know that he entered the draft portal and he entered the draft as well. So I know there's a debate about should he stay in college, should he hone his skills, or should he just enter the draft? Because we all know someone's going to pick up Bronny if he's entered the NBA draft. So Johnny, what's your take on this?
Yeah, he should join the NBA if he's going to be drafted, right? If somebody is actually going to draft him, why not? Why should he stay another year in college for what? He doesn't need the money. He doesn't. He should go to the NBA to where he's going to learn how to be a professional NBA player. You're not going to learn that in college. So yeah,
Okay.
he should do that. Yeah, and he only joined the portal so that he's still eligible in
Hmm.
case he isn't drafted. So the question is, will he be drafted?
Yeah. What you think, John?
I think the same thing. I mean, I don't see the issue. I had put up some numbers, and I didn't put any names on it. And it was Jimmy Butler and it was Bronny James entering the draft, they draft year. Nobody knew who I was talking about.
Hmm.
They said neither should have entered the draft. One was Jimmy Butler, the other was Bronny James.
Hmm.
What's the
Okay.
best place if you want to learn to be a professional in the NBA? What's the best place? It's not college.
Yeah.
It's the NBA. I don't see the issue. I mean,
All
y'all knew
right.
he was gonna come out either this year or next year. I mean, I don't see the issue.
All right. Well, all right. What's good, Adrian Knight? And everybody in the comments, what you think, Travis?
I think it's inevitable. I really don't. I think he might as well. I obviously don't think he's going to be a starter or anything like that. But yeah, if you're gonna do it, the best place to learn is on the fly. I don't think I think LeBron obviously is a heavy influence on his decision, and that's to be expected because LeBron's been very outspoken about wanting to play eventually with him, and he knows it's going to be big, big ratings, big revenue. Um, but I think it'll be fun to see him develop or try, and he's definitely going to get taken, and I wouldn't be surprised if it's one of the earlier rounds. So it'll
Mm.
be fun to see.
All right. Craig, are you there? Or are you still getting ready?
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here. I'm not gonna
All
be on
right.
hand
All
today
right.
because I'm not home. But
All right. That's cool. So what do you think about Bronny entering the draft?
listen, if anyone else but them stats is in the draft, everybody, but what is they're doing? There's no way they should be entering the draft. But then again, we all know why he's entering the draft and be eligible to do that. Which is, I don't have a problem with it, but I just think if it was anyone else, everybody would not be in agreement with this. But again, if you can get away with it, I'm not going. By all means,
But
if you
who
can do it,
who
do
would
it.
know who would know that player then enough for somebody to say he shouldn't be in the draft? If
I don't
that's the
think no
case,
one would care.
exactly. If it wasn't Bronny James, no one would care if a guy
My-
with his stats and his thing was entering the draft.
Care about the name, they don't care about the production.
No, but I'm just saying if there was any other player with that production that entered the draft, no one would be saying they don't that he shouldn't join the draft. No one would actually care.
No one would be giving him the idea to enter the draft. No one would say, "Hey, look at these stats." Do I? Someone, no one would
Oh,
even in their right right mind went into the draft for his stats. So you would never get that opportunity to prove me wrong with that. No one with those stat lines will say I'm going to enter the draft or be eligible to enter the draft.
But then John just said that Jimmy Butler had the similar stats coming into the draft from college.
For his whole career?
No, his last year in college had similar
last
stats.
year, but they see production. That was his whole career in college. He averaged those stats his whole career in college, or
he went to junior college. He went to junior college on top of that, and then he went to another college, I believe.
Marquette.
So Jimmy Butler's overall college stats is 12 points, 5 rebounds, shooting 51% from the field. That's his whole college career. But in Marquette, his senior year, he averaged 15 points per game, close to 16, shooting 49% from the field and 6 rebounds. As a senior out of Marquette.
Still better than
put up Bronny Jr. career college stats and see if that sounds.
Bronny Jr. stats. No, Bronny Jr. stats are not that good. Of course not. But again, he did come off of a cardiac arrest, a heart attack, and he was playing limited. He was playing limited minutes, and he was one of the highest. He was one of the highest. He was one of the highest.
So you're gonna go
one of the highest high school recruits. Mm-hmm.
So you want him to go with the heart thing, which I'm saying is the heart thing. That's why y'all want him to go into the professionals.
No, it's not. We want him to go. My question to you is: you think an NBA team is just drafting him because he's LeBron's son?
1,000%.
So no one sees a problem with that.
Wait a minute. You guys, the problem is with you guys sticking GMs and sitting around here thinking I'm going to draft LeBron James' son because it's LeBron James' son.
Well, there's a chance that they think that he's going to come to their team. That's the entire thing.
What is the benefit of bringing a 40-year-old LeBron James to your team?
They can still play and draw like huge market value to their team.
So are you saying that teams are clamoring to get LeBron James so much that they will draft his son and do that?
Depends on the position that he falls to. I think there's going to be a lot of jockeying. Obviously, you're going to see like the top prospects leave the board, but if he's there and it's like a reasonable take or a reasonable around the neck.
Okay.
How is it reasonable?
Okay, hold on. I have a question. Name 5 teams that is not going to win a title, Johnny. Name five of them.
That's not going to win a title this year?
Yes. That has no chance.
Oh, we already know we know Washington, Detroit, Toronto, Charlotte, who else? And another team.
Bluetooth disconnected.
Golden State.
No, so somebody who's actually not that good.
Golden State. We gonna put Golden State in there.
Name somebody who does not have a core.
Portland.
All right. Do you think they are drafting a player out of college to win a title next year?
I believe they drafting players to develop for 2-3 years down the line.
You are the owner of that team. Uh-huh. What is your main thing next year if you the owner of the team?
If I'm Portland,
you one of those 5 teams. What is your main
Washington
objective next year?
Development. To me, it's all about development.
All those teams besides Detroit.
No, you are the owner. What is your main objective?
Sell tickets.
Sell tickets.
Sell tickets.
Yeah.
Why would you not draft Bronny James if you are a businessman?
But as I say, is Bronny's gonna sell tickets? These guys don't like Bronny. They're saying he's only in the league because he's LeBron's son.
It's the media. It's
that's what I'm saying.
The owners are completely different from what fans think.
Yeah.
If you run a store, you worried about how much income you're going to bring in. If you're an owner, you're not worried about I need to win a title next year. Well, you know you're not going to win a title. Just like you're going to sell tickets. Why would you not draft someone that's going to earn you more money?
But I don't think Bronny James is going to bring a crowd like that to come watch.
Why not? Why? Because he did in college.
He got a fan base.
He did in college.
He got a fan
He's
base.
all over TV in college when he was playing 10 minutes a game.
So your take is that teams will draft him due to his popularity, which is basically
That's how players are drafted. Most players are drafted to sell tickets.
That was the whole point of NBA. That was the whole point
No
of
one-
the NBA going young.
Damian
Back in
Lillard
the-
was not playing in the NBA to win a title. He was playing in the NBA to sell tickets.
No. I don't think too many teams. I don't think too
Even
many
if
teams
that's
try
the
to win
point,
an
I'm
NBA
just
championship.
saying, there's
I don't think too
you
many teams
can't
try to
get
win
a talented
championships. So.
person.
They don't try
A
to win
talented
titles. They
popular
trying to
person in
make
the
sure
NBA?
they're not going in the red. They're
So
trying
you're
to
saying-
sell tickets.
So my thing is this, because I heard this draft is really not that good. So is it really wrong if he ends up being drafted? Is somebody really better than him that should be drafted?
I mean, who's better than him? They have no idea. Bronny was playing limited minutes. He was a McDonald All-American in high school. He was a top 20 player in high school. He's a really good player.
And,
Very talented.
GMs don't look at your
GMs
stats.
don't look at
They look at
stats.
what you can become. And my Jimmy Butler point, my bag, it was his freshman year.
His
That
first
was
year.
his stats.
Yeah.
That was his first year.
First year.
And
Yeah.
his development, just think, his development might have been faster if he would have came in the NBA after his first year.
No one gets better playing versus lesser competition.
Yes,
I don't know in what sport
Yeah,
you get
and
better
different
playing versus
rules.
lesser competition.
And
Yeah.
there's different rules. There's different rules. Everything is different in college. It's
Yeah,
different.
if you're a basketball player
Y'all really
and
trying to
you're going to
make
hone
excuses
your
for someone
skills,
averaging 5.
what excuse are we making? What excuse are we making?
Well, excuse Craig. If he doesn't get drafted, we're not going to say he should be drafted. We're just telling you that he's entering the draft, and if the team
yeah,
draft
literally
him,
just say instead of the talent, you're trying to draft him to make money. I thought it
How
was
you know
supposed
he's
to be
not talented?
talent. Now you saying he could be
Where are you
drafted
saying he's not
to bring
talented at?
money.
I'm lost. Where are you saying he's not talented at?
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. There's a lot of players in college that put up better numbers. That's not.
Who are
That's
those
not even
players?
thinking about
I mean,
going
there's
into the
players who
draft.
put up better numbers
Well, all right,
than a lot
Craig,
of players.
all right, Craig,
There's
Craig.
players who put up better numbers than Jordan. Like, that don't make any sense.
Who was the number one scorer in college, in men's college scoring last year? Do anybody know?
No,
Not only that, where do you think he's going to be drafted, Craig? At what slot? First round, second round, early round? Where
I
do
say
you
he'll be
think?
drafted in the second round. Second round after teams, you know, in the first round you really get who you think could help or whatever. Then the second round is the people is like who you you know, the backup. Like if you need an extra point guard or extra, they'll go whoever's the best available at the position in the second round.
I think he's gonna be.
So
a
he'll
lottery
go. He'll go. I say he'll go second round. If
Well,
they say he'll get drafted, he'll go second round.
Most fans do not know that they actually work out players. So it doesn't matter what you average in college. You could average 30 points a game, and someone who averaged 15 would be picked ahead of them.
all the time.
The National Player of the Year is not always the first pick in the draft. You know why? Because they go off of what they see in the workouts. They don't go off of your college stats.
Sometimes he ain't even drafted.
Zach
Sometimes the
Edey
national player of the year
is
say he's drafted.
some dude named Zach Edey. I mean, I don't watch college basketball. Some dude named
7'4".
Zach Edey is the college player of the year, averaging 25 points per game, 12 rebounds.
30 in the tournament, and he would not be the number one pick.
Won't even be a lottery pick.
Yeah, because there's international players that can get roles. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, again, I don't think Bronny's going to get picked in the first round. I don't think no team is leaping to grab Bronny James. I think if he's available, there's other players that are questionable. Why not? Because he's obviously, you know, his pedigree. He's talented, like Craig said. I mean, like Brandon said, and he can actually. He's going to develop. It's all about potential. That's what NBA
No one say
draft.
he's not talented.
You said it like 5 times.
You gotta be. You have to be. You have to be good to make it. I didn't say he wasn't talented. I said there was more talented players, better talented
Who's
players.
better?
That's
Let me
not
ask you a
saying
question.
he's not talented.
Who you think is better? Who you think has more potential to be a better NBA player? Bronny James or
Listen, if
Giannis
always say-
Antetokounmpo's brother?
So this episode is not about looking at your whole sphere is looking at the numbers. You look at his numbers. You telling me it's a good idea to even enter the protocol by just looking at the numbers? Because y'all always say
Why
y'all numbers
shouldn't he?
guys.
Craig,
Now all of a sudden, everything else.
If he's being told, Craig, if he's being told he is going to be drafted, basically saying that there are NBA teams that will draft him, why shouldn't he not enter the draft?
And that's why I think he's going to be a first round pick, because I think he will be told.
Why? So he
I
can
don't
be
think he's going to
higher
enter
pick?
the draft.
Like why? That's what I'm saying. Does it matter?
If someone's draft, if someone drafts, if someone said he's going to draft him, then yeah, into the draft. But if you just doing it,
I think he
I don't think
because
any
I think
NBA exec told him he was going. They were looking to draft him.
yeah.
First of all, it's his health. They worried about his health more
any,
than in NBA.
If he does any workouts. If he does any workouts like they do for NBA teams, he can. That's the whole point. He can get just like Kwame Brown got drafted first overall because
everyone
of the
get
workouts.
drafted without playing in college. If Bronny would have came out his high school year, he would have been in the NBA as well, but he couldn't enter the draft.
Yeah, he would have been in the
That's
NBA.
true. And that's another thing too. And again, the kid had a heart attack, bro. The kid came off of a heart attack, y'all. Like we got to really think about this.
And that's another point. The NBA is a different thing. You playing ball 24/7. You're not playing except practice and then going to school. That's an all day, everyday thing.
Actually,
that's your career. That's what you. That's your job.
They actually say when you enter the NBA,
but that's
actually less.
I can see it.
More free time than anything.
Actually less.
Listen, I can see a team just drafting him off potential. NBA teams draft a lot of players off potential alone. I don't know. I don't think he's selling.
So the eye test.
I don't think he's bringing his
not
son.
the stats, right?
No,
so it's the eye test and not the stats.
But that's what they always do during the scouting reports.
It's the NBA draft. You don't do the NBA draft off a stat.
You're gonna pick Kobe Bryant top 10 because he was averaging 30 points in college. I mean, in high school? No. That's the whole point. They weren't looking at Kobe's stats like that. They were saying, yeah, his stats were good in high school, but they also want to see you work out. They want to see everything. They see how he played in high school. He was good in high school. He's playing in college. It's again, the college game is not the same like it was 20 years ago. There's more better players outside of college than in college that are playing elsewhere.
And how would you know they better?
Because they can't enter the draft, Craig. They have to wait 1 year out of high school.
How do you know they're great if you haven't seen them play?
Because they playing overseas. I didn't see what that dude that played. There's a bunch of dude who got drafted this year. We were talking about the draft.
Stats, right?
I don't watch college sports or overseas basketball, Craig. But I know that these players get drafted. But what was the two dudes? The Asar brothers, the Asar Thompson brothers. They weren't playing on no college team, were they?
They was playing in some
exactly.
Some
Bronny played development at USC, and now he's ready for the NBA. That's all. They all do the same shit. It's different now. They have overseas play. They just ended the G League Ignite, which was for that reason. For players who didn't want to go to college, who didn't want to go overseas, they would play in the G League Ignite, and they would have a chance to be drafted after a year.
And I actually think they're gonna bring it back. They actually gonna make it younger. They want to start developing younger than 18.
Well, how they gonna grab? They gonna grab kids out of high school?
Yeah, they already doing that overseas. What you think Luka was doing?
I know. I mean, I'm just saying.
Luka was
looking back at the 2005 draft, UNC won the title. Sean May was the most outstanding player. Rashad McCants led the ACC in scoring. They had Raymond Felton, who was the best point guard. Marvin Williams was drafted before all of them. He was a freshman, started 0 games, averaged 11 points. Drafted before them, off of potential.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go here.
What his career turned out?
All right. Look. Oh wait. Here we go. Craig, perfect example. Hold on,
Craig, he played longer in the NBA than all the players he got drafted from UNC.
Craig, listen. Scoot Henderson.
So y'all all motherfuckers find me some players with horrible numbers who became great in the NBA to make your point about Bronny James should be into. That's what y'all about to do.
Yes. I'm gonna give it to you. I'm gonna do it.
Nothing to do about being great.
Craig, I'm gonna do it because you Jordan fans don't do your research. You guys don't know basketball. You don't do your research. Yes, I'm gonna show it to you now.
I can do that too.
No, you can't. Show me the NBA team that just drafted a player because of a son. They didn't draft Jordan's son.
He didn't enter the league.
Neither one.
Because he couldn't, because then nobody said they were going to draft him.
Yeah, because
even being
averaging
Michael
5
Jordan's
points in
son.
college is not NBA.
But why would
material.
they do it for LeBron then, but they didn't do it for Michael
Because
Jordan?
it's like you said, it's a different time.
Oh, see, look. Okay.
You just said
I just said
you
wait,
knew
wait.
a different time for your
All
point.
right, listen,
but I can't
Craig.
use for mine.
You haven't been here for a while, so I'm gonna let you speak, and then when you're done, I'll get my chance to expose.
I'm just saying you used it for your point. I can't use it for mine because you about to go a tantrum when I said that.
No, I'm about to show you how there were players who didn't play college and got drafted in the first round, but you ain't got a problem because they were averaging 8 points per game, and you still ain't gonna have a problem with that.
All right, show me.
Okay, I just brought up the Asar and
show
Thompson.
me show me their fathers.
Asar Thompson and Amon Thompson were top 5 picks. One averaged 9 points per game, another one averaged 8 points per game. They didn't even play college basketball. Scoot Henderson, the third pick, didn't play college basketball. Some dude named Cullaby from Indiana didn't play basketball, averaged 8 points per game. Anthony Black from Arkansas averaged 4.7 points per game and was the number 6 pick in the NBA draft.
And what year was this?
This past draft. Number
all
8
this
pick.
talent. We
Wait,
can only draft people who drive 8 and 5 points a game, but this supposed to be the most talented era.
You said that they were only going to draft this young man because his stats were not worthy of drafting. I'm giving you top 10 picks of last year's draft.
Show me in the 90s when someone averaged and was drafted.
They go in the
NBA.
90s.
Y'all read the 90s.
I just told you the
Show me in
times
the
are
90s when someone
different.
averaged 5 points and was drafted in the NBA. I'm just saying, you just proved my point. You just hollered about a whole
show me a
bunch of
college player in the 90s that can
being
dunk
drafted
between
in
their
the
legs
NBA.
like the average college player can today. Show me the guy who can shoot from the logo in the 90s from college back in the day. You ain't got the skill that these college players got in the 90s.
Obviously, they ain't got either. They can't average more than 10 points.
Wait a minute. I got more players. A Michigan player. His name is
yeah.
Kobe Ruffkin, drafted by Atlanta. The 15th overall pick, averaged 4.5 points per game, 1.5 rebounds, 1.5 assists. He was the 15th overall pick in Michigan. Well, but that's what you get. But you're going to be mad that LeBron James' son is getting drafted.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying.
Wait.
I'm just saying
The number 22 pick.
Hey, I got 2 players that one average 5.
The number 22 pick for the Brooklyn Nets played 2 college games, 24 total minutes, and was the 22nd pick in the NBA draft.
That's some good talent.
That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So why can't he get drafted? Besides him being LeBron's son.
So it's almost like
great talent. All it takes is 4 points to enter the NBA draft in this era. No wonder y'all done with the
because I told you they draft off potential. They don't draft off of thinking like Brandon. Nobody's drafting a player that think you're gonna give you a championship. Victor Wembanyama is considered a transcendent player, and they're not even giving him the ball.
What was Kobe Bryant averaging in college?
He was in 0 points per game.
Kobe.
And so as soon as you tell Greg the stats, he start making excuses. He start making excuses.
So you tell me Kobe Bryant was drafted lottery?
And mind you,
this is why lottery because of Joe Bryant, right?
This is what we do. Why we do? Because listen, I didn't know none of this. I told you I don't even watch college ball. I don't know none of this shit. I don't care about the draft. Most of these guys don't even play. At the end of the day, it's not about that. But y'all making this big deal about LeBron, like LeBron has a special treatment from the NBA.
Don't say y'all asked the question. Why are we talking about Bronny? Why are we talking about Bronny? Y'all brought the question up. Why
because we're a LeBron James page. We can talk about LeBron James.
I didn't know we can talk about Bronny today.
How you gonna get mad by asking the question and we talking about Bronny?
No, I'm not mad. I'm just trying to say y'all. Because Craig, you ran off with logic and you didn't do your research.
I think Brandon point earlier.
Logic. I'm saying what
about selling tickets has been proven in the media since Bronny has entered the draft. It's been all over major media since he entered the NBA draft.
That when he entered the portal, they were claiming he's just like his daddy. He's running from the struggle. He want to go play with an easier team when he only did it to play in the draft. Like, y'all can't just accept that LeBron James is a great basketball player.
Don't say y'all, because I don't talk about Bronny. Y'all asked me a question, I answered it. Don't say y'all. Don't bring him up and they get mad when somebody talk about him. That's
But
not logic.
the point is,
Like talking
the
about
point
him,
is that
don't
the
talk
point
about
is that he is worthy of being drafted, and it's beyond being LeBron James's son. It's because he's actually a good basketball player. That's just it.
Based on what?
But
Whether based off of
y'all
his
said-
high
I
school
said he was
career,
trash when I said
based
there's
off his
more-
high school
because I said there's
career,
more talented players out there.
based off his high school career, and based off of his talents and skills, which they will see when they put him to work out.
So two things can be true at the same time. He can have talent and skill, a lot of potential. Great, that's 100% fine. But there is, if you believe that part of the process and his position isn't going to be because of the influence LeBron has on the game and because of the exposure that team's going to get, then you're delusional.
What? Okay, so what influence gave Sacramento Kings to pick up City Koskako?
Okay, is that LeBron James' son?
Again, they picked Sidney Koskako, who averaged less
this
than
is
1
gonna
point,
be all
less than 1
over.
rebound. And again, you guys keep acting like they don't like these. You guys act like teams are out
They're
here
not
just
being talked about
willy-nilly in
because they're
draft
not
picks.
LeBron James' son. Like,
That
what
team's
the-
going to sell out every game.
But again, that's
That
the
team's gonna be
problem.
all over.
You guys got to stop talking. We're not the ones talking about LeBron James. We're bringing it up because y'all bring it up. It's coming out of the
You asked
MJ
the
media
question,
fan
LeBron.
camp. Yes,
What?
because we can't scroll through our basketball feed without y'all talking about LeBron James negatively. And I'm going to say y'all because y'all the MJ delegates. Y'all just talking about this kid negatively. Y'all say he's not worthy of being drafted when everything says he is.
I don't
Even
care
at
if he
5
won
points
or
per
not.
game.
person
His
that
5
averaged 5
points per
points in
game
college.
is worthy of him being drafted.
That doesn't matter at all to me. What I'm saying is that
And that says a lot about the talent. It only takes you 5
because-
points in the
and
NBA to
as
make
a-
the NBA team. That just says a lot about the talent in the NBA.
We
One of
don't
the
know if
teams
he's going to make a
takes it
team.
is
A
gonna
lot
be-
of these guys didn't make a team. We didn't say he was going to make a team. We don't know that. He has to show out. You think he's going to just make a team?
Oh,
because
now
he's
it's not.
LeBron's
We're gonna
son?
make a
Yes.
team. Come on, would you?
Oh my God, you guys
What?
are something special.
I think he's going to make a
That
team.
team
I-
is-
So hold up. Craig, are you saying that no NBA player in NBA history got drafted making less than 5 points per game? Are you saying that?
What I'm saying, if the league is so talented, why did it only takes 5 points a game to be even considered in the draft? Y'all tell me this is the best era. You telling me the best era can only muster up players that average 5 points per game?
So
That's
you
what
mean
you're
to tell
telling
me
me?
that
You
only
don't
this
sound
era,
logical.
only this era that it has players that average less than 5 points a
He,
game
should-
in
he,
the draft in
he,
college?
he just named
Are
off
you
like
saying
6 or
that?
7 players within the last 2 NBA drafts. He just
So,
listed
so,
off
so
at least
you're
6 or 7
are
players
you
in the
saying
last 2
that
drafts.
nowhere in the 70s, 80s, or 90s that a player averaged less than 5 points a game to make the NBA? Are you saying
I don't
that?
see nowhere in the 70s, 80s that a player that averaged 5 points announced that he was making going to the NBA draft.
Okay, so are you saying that no player in the 70s, 80s, and 90s averaged less than 5 points and made
Oh
it to the
my
NBA?
God.
Are you saying this? Yes or no? I don't want to hear whatever you got to say. Yes or no? Are you saying this?
He don't want to reach that.
I'm pretty sure, but they didn't announce it. It wasn't. It
I
wasn't
don't know.
over. He's
I don't
5
know.
points, he's going to
When
the
Bobby
draft.
Hurley said he was going to the NBA draft, that was an announcement. He averaged 4 points per game.
So was the
And
was the
he was drafted the 7th overall pick in 1993.
so was the 90s so
All right.
trash?
So the next time a player that averaged 5 points into the draft, let's have a whole show about that.
Yo, Sean Bradley entered the NBA draft.
So was the 90s so trash that they had to go
averaging
get players like
averaging
18
8 points per game, and they
Was he the
said Sean
second
Bradley.
pick?
He was the second pick. He was 8 points per game, and they said he was going to challenge.
All I'm saying is that
He
y'all
was
say
going
this is
to
the
challenge
best
David
era.
Robinson
Y'all
and
telling
them.
me 5 points per game can get you into the NBA? There's only
Wait,
400
Greg,
players in the NBA.
George Lynch.
How many?
George Lynch had an illustrious NBA career. He was drafted 12th by the Los Angeles Lakers, and he averaged 6.6 points per game.
George Lynch was good.
Yo, shit! I know.
Defensively.
I'm sure. Let's see. Scott Burrell was drafted by the Charlotte Hornets, averaging 7 points per game, and he had an illustrious career and won a
That's more than
championship with
5.
Chicago. He was
That's more than 5.
he was on the super team Chicago Bulls.
He didn't average 5. That's less than 3 field goals per game, man.
Oh wait,
It matter if
wait,
you can't
Irvin Johnson, who was on the starting roster for the Supersonics, was drafted averaging 4 points per game on the 23rd pick for Seattle.
So when So when the Hornets draft this guy at like 6 or 7, whatever it is, let's say when Charlotte drafts him at 3, and then their attendance goes from 18,000 to 30,000, and they're on First Take, ESPN every single morning, detailing every single move of this kid's career. They're going to be like, and they only have to pay him the bare minimum. It's not going to cost them a cent.
He must be good because they didn't do that shit for Michelson. I know that much.
Michelson wasn't even nearly.
He wasn't good at all. He wasn't good at all. He wasn't good at all. At all.
He had 2. Okay. He had 2 songs.
He wasn't good at all. But, obviously, Bronny's good in something.
So much more exposure now. It's like these teams can capitalize that, and it's going to happen.
That's why he went to college to go get his NIL deal, get a little bit of extra money without talking to his daddy. And now he's going to get drafted, and he's going to be in the NBA. And y'all going to have another James to hate on for another 20 years.
Well, you know what?
I wouldn't be surprised if Charlotte drafted Bronny James.
Yo,
he's gonna go early.
Go James Kingdom, y'all. This is what we do here. Y'all gotta understand. We talk the stats. We talk basketball. We don't talk y'all silly narratives. Leave LeBron James and his kids alone, because right now LeBron James is about to make a playoff run, and it's about to be the Heat versus Lakers finals in June. I'm telling y'all right now.
You talking about the AC Lakers?
Who?
Talking about the number 8 seed? You know, they ain't in the 9-10 no more. They the 8 seed now.
They about to make it to the 7th and 6th seeds very shortly. The way they playing,
they got a chance, a real chance to be the 6th seed, but they gonna have to play. We need some help. Need some help.
I mean, they're basically tied with New Orleans, so they can hop them pretty easily. But
yeah, because New Orleans ain't.
If the Lakers
hurt his hand.
If the Lakers bench and like these other players keep playing the way they're playing, then it's something. I don't see how they can sustain it though. It's just like you're having, it's just like incredible performances every night from like guys like D'Angelo Russell, Reeves. Who knows? You keep doing it, but AD, dark horse MVP candidate.
I think he win MVP. He should win Defensive Player of the Year, but he won't. But he won't. For some reason, they just won't give him a Defensive Player of the Year, even though he's been the best Defensive Player in the year, Defensive Player in the NBA for almost 10 years.
He's not better than Wemby this year, but like he's definitely the best on like, second or third, I would say.
But to me, the only person he can lose to is Wemby. And I believe they don't give it to Wemby. I think you should give it to AD.
You could say Gobert. He's probably the favorite right now for no good reason.
It shouldn't be Gobert. It's not Gobert.
I'm saying
and then it's AD. It's true.
Yeah, no, it's AD because AD changes the game to actually win games. Wemby's not winning games to be Defensive Player of the Year.
But I don't think they ever count like.
They should. He changes games to win. That should be one of the main things.
Because right now, the way Wemby is playing,
he's playing great, but they're not winning. He's not affecting the win-loss record like Anthony Davis.
They were saying when Wemby's in the game, San Antonio has the number 1 defense in the league. When he's out the game, San Antonio goes to the last team in defense. Hey, Brandon, he playing under 30 minutes a game, so there are going to be a lot of losses there.
Here's a hot take. Wemby is going to be in the GOAT debate when his career is over.
It looks like that.
Hot take.
I mean, they were saying it before he got NBA.
If he develops so if he gets more consistent with his jumper and he avoids injury, then there's no reason why he can't be in the GOAT debate. It just because he already has a massive impact on his team. If they build around him, then that team is they just need a few pieces, obviously, but they could be really good because he's just such an incredible anchor already.
Travis, I think his whole career is based off health. I believe he can do whatever he wants to if he can stay healthy.
It's just because we see guys like him who have struggled to stay healthy. Like you see Brad, well, not exactly like him, but
that's the point.
Yeah, who have struggled with that. But I mean, hopefully, if he's the guy to buck that trend and just be healthy relatively and keep doing this, that would be fun to see. Just exactly how high he can go.
Now I'm reading comments. Go ahead, Jeff. I'm sorry.
No, I think he's right about Wemby. It's all about health for him. I mean, I think quadruple doubles, those are on that's his path. I mean, you see it coming. I mean, you see the skill set, and they weren't looking at Wemby's numbers in Europe. They was looking at the skill set.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. That's why you see a lot of these stretch threes about to get drafted. Like,
Oh,
because they're
it's great. They've been doing that for a while though. These stretch threes. Kay Cunningham was a perfect example. I mean, they wanted him to go from the three to the point when they drafted him in Detroit. He got hurt last year and kind of messed up his development, but I think he's gonna be real good if he can if they go on that path.
because it's going to be all about like who can we draft that can close out on a three, shoot the three, and then play interpositional basketball. Without having to be the prototype. So I mean, a lot of teams are going to build that way, and we're not. It's just more efficient basketball, better defensively without having
We're
to
gonna phase out the little man. Watch.
I mean, that
Yeah.
Craig, that's what I was just about to say. I was going to say the days of the 6'3", 6'4" player, you're going to have to be special, real special to make it to the NBA. I mean, they telling me we want to switch. I can't switch a 6'3" guy on a 7-foot guy, but I can switch a 6'8", 6'9" guy on a 7-foot guy who got length. Yes, I could do that all day.
Yeah. I mean, and that's like what's going to dictate like what the draft or who's going to apply for the draft, who's going to or come out for the draft, who's going to be the better players now. So I mean, you're going to see a lot of that, which is going to be crazy. But we'll see where they go.
And you think we getting plugged on Bronny? His younger brother is the one. People going. He's 6'7". He's 6'6" now. He's gonna be the one they're gonna be clamoring over is the younger brother.
It's always the younger child that's better than the older.
It is.
They always say, they always say LeBron youngest was gonna be better than Bronny. I think it was Bryce, right? His name?
Yeah, Bryce. Yeah.
Yeah, they always say he was gonna be better because he's built like LeBron. Bronny's built like he's not built like LeBron. Bryce is.
I think Bronny is built as far as like stature.
Yeah, I mean, Bronny's built. He's like 6'4", like 200
6'4",
pounds.
and I think he got the
solid.
Bronny's a little
Bryce got the
Bryce
height.
got the height. That's what I meant to say. The height.
It just Bronny's a little tank. I mean, I like some of the things he's done. Like he's definitely shown flashes.
Bryce,
like,
you see Bryce make it look easy though. I ain't gonna lie.
Easy. He make it look easy. He out there playing. It's just
you
like
seen the video with all three of them
take it
dunking. He
serious.
made it look easier than when LeBron was dunking. LeBron had to look back like, hold on.
I mean, Bronny makes it look easy. He's doing web builds between his legs. That dude athletic as hell. Bronny.
How tall is Bronny? How tall is Bronny?
He's listed at 6'4".
6'3",
But he's like 6'3", 6'4", but he's athletic. He's a beast. The way that dude jump out the gym.
Yeah, he can
6'4" with sneakers on, 6'3" without.
How big are players like Josh Hart and players?
I mean, he's the same size as Russell Westbrook. So
yeah, he's the same size as Westbrook.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's athletic. He has skill. You know what I'm saying? And so. I see the hate in the comments already. Y'all are just some haters. Boy, I can't believe how much people hate LeBron James. That is just a sad thing to be a grown man and hate another man so much.
It's all about the attention.
Don't make no sense. But hey, you can give us all the attention you want. Give us a couple of likes. Hit that subscribe button as well, because we're not gonna stop coming. As you can see, we just gonna call this show "Goat James Kingdom" to Bronny James Kingdom or Bryce James Kingdom. Get y'all even more upset for the next 20 years because y'all don't know basketball. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, technically, the Lakers are really looking good. So let's get to that conversation, Brandon, because I really want to talk about this Laker team. They're looking like the team that won the in-season tournament back in November, December.
They're looking better than that team.
They're gelling, right? They're looking good. Rudy's playing good. D'Angelo's playing good. Austin Reeves. Everybody seems to find their niche right now. Even Zays is coming out, going between the legs in the middle of a game. And they've won. I
like the way Prince is playing.
Yeah,
he's not standing in that corner.
Playing better off the bench. He's definitely playing better off
the
bench.
I like his cutting lately. He's been cutting to the basket, getting open buckets at the basket instead of just standing at the 3-point line, cutting and moving around, moving without the ball. I think that's made their offense look better.
Yeah, they look real good.
And it makes it easier for.
It's the fact that everybody in the Western Conference is playing good because they still in ninth seed. That's the problem.
That AC, sorry.
They're the
Eighth
eighth seed,
seed.
sir. They're the eighth seed, sir. They won 9 out of 8
About to be
games.
7th seed today.
Bring up the graph, Brandon, that I got right
And
quick.
I think they only 2 games back from 6.
Well,
I
listen.
think it's a game and a half.
Now, I wanted to say a game and a half, but I wasn't sure. But I think they was 2 games or a game and a half
they're-
back from 6.
Yeah, they're a game and a half back from being 6 right now.
And
The Sun-
and they have the tiebreaker with the Suns. So
yeah, the Suns are 46 and 31. The Lakers are 45 and 33. So that's a game and a half away. Dallas is a little bit further away. Dallas is 2.5 games ahead. So you would have to again, Phoenix has been playing well as well recently, and that's the thing. Everybody's playing well at this time, which is weird because if you look at who the Lakers have been playing the last 10 games, it's a lot of Eastern Conference games. But they're still good teams. Philadelphia is a playoff seeded team, even though Joel Embiid just came back. Indiana's a playoff team. Milwaukee's a playoff team. They beat Milwaukee without LeBron. And then they beat Cleveland yesterday, and Cleveland's also a playoff team and been running well for the season. So, and this is what LeBron has been doing. We already know about that 40-point game he put up the other day against Brooklyn. And
You
then
talking about them 17 shots he took?
17 shots.
17
17
shots.
shots. Yes, 47 and 5. And basically, since the All-Star break, LeBron James has been averaging 27 points per game, 7.5 rebounds, over 9 assists per game, shooting 58% from the field, 46 from three-point land, and 76% from the free throw line. And just this week alone, which he should win Player of the Week, he's averaging 28, 6, and 9, shooting 65% from the field and 65% from three-point land. This is what the GOAT is doing in year 21, 39 years old. And y'all got the nerve to say it's just longevity. This isn't longevity. LeBron is playing like a top 5 NBA player in today's NBA in year 21.
And teams go into games preparing for LeBron James in year 21. They coming and preparing for him. They know he coming.
So,
man,
all right, so Brandon, let me ask you this. Jason Tatum's no longer top 5. Joel Embiid's no longer top 5. So is LeBron James a top 5 player now after Luka, Giannis,
I mean,
and Joker?
at the beginning of the year when we had our ranking, I definitely
You
had
had
him
him at
top
6.
5. I didn't have him at 6. I had him number 5. Had him top 5, and I was just being generous because he should be higher.
I had him
I just
top
gave
5.
it to them. Yeah, I think me and Craig had him top 5. I was just being
Y'all was
generous.
wrong.
I had him at 6. I mean, you right. You had him at 5. I had him at 6. I mean,
I didn't even have him in my top 10. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't think he had him in his top
I
10.
didn't have my top 10.
But just looking at what he's doing and how I don't know if he's just getting better because he's still as athletic as most players in the league. So I don't think that will change in the next 3 years. How much athletic he is, like he's still beating younger players down the court, dunking on them. But
Duncan.
the way he's shooting, how efficient he is, more assists, like the way this guy is playing, like I don't even.
It's another 3-4 years easily.
And like the thing, he is so good that they want to eliminate what he's doing because they want to say because he's been playing so long that he's not winning the title. Like that means something.
He's
He
contending.
only won 4 titles in 21 years. So what he's doing do not matter.
He's
How
contending.
great LeBron James is do not matter because he's played 21 years and he's not winning the title. Like they want to eliminate what he's doing because he's playing so great. He's doing things that's not even imaginable.
But he
Not
won
even
a title-
imaginable.
But he won a title 4 years ago. Just 4 years ago. Are we rappers now? Is 4 years that old?
They want to discredit everything he's doing because he's this great.
Well, that's
What
his
player?
Average about a title every 4 years. So we got one coming. Maybe
I
this
mean,
year, next year.
Nobody
I
is,
know that. I
Bill
can divide.
Russell. Yeah,
He's due
nobody's
for
Bill
one.
Russell.
Yeah,
he's
Nobody's
due
Bill
for one.
Russell. Yeah, we understand nobody's Bill Russell. But what LeBron James is
He's
doing
due for one.
on the court, I mean, we never seen anything like this. We never
Well,
seen
they-
anything like this. Like, it's so many times we say, okay, LeBron is doing things we have never seen before, and he continues to do this day in and day out. Like we hit those 9. What'd you
Brandon,
say?
your graph showed that. and he was doing that in his second tier. What nobody else had already done. Nobody had
Yeah.
done before. So
No one does what
congrats on
LeBron
that.
James after 10 years. And LeBron is continuing to do this thing in year 21. First player to do this, only player to do this since LeBron. Only player to do this since LeBron. Only player to do this since LeBron. Players have seasons like LeBron James in their first 5 years, maybe first 8 years.
Nobody's had this type of season. Who has ever averaged 25, 7 and 9, or so what, 7 and 8, shooting over 50% from the field?
And
Jordan,
40% from
32, 8 and 8.
and 40% from three.
Yeah. Well, when we add in what he's doing efficiency wise with 3 pointers and field goal percentage, ain't no one done what LeBron James is doing. No one has averaged 25 points per game, 8 assists, shooting 50% and 40% from the 3 point line in NBA history. All the NBA players in all the seasons, LeBron in year 21 is doing things that no one has done before in the history of the game. Every year, every single year, this is what LeBron James do.
I think the league is lucky he don't shoot 90% from the free throw line because it would be just cheating at this point.
I mean, he does everything on the court.
I mean, because Tracy
Great.
McGrady bill is going to be just like LeBron. I'm done. Just end the conversation. I mean, if he shot 90% from the free, his 50, 40, 90 would be crazy. I mean, at that point, your bill would just be him. I mean,
Yeah,
he in
I
year
mean-
21.
yeah. LeBron just can't have everything. He just have most things.
Yes.
Yeah, you can't have everything. Jordan didn't have everything. No matter what Jordan fans say, he wasn't flawless. He wasn't flawless. So everybody has a flaw. Jordan wasn't shooting like this. I'll tell you that much for his career, and definitely at the end of his career.
I mean, like they go around making up lies about Jordan all the time. That's all they do is like he had these amazing handles because he dribbled the ball 3 times in a row.
Oh,
Oh my God. So yeah. So all right. So everybody's saying LeBron James the top 5 player this season. Then.
yeah. He ended the season as a top 5 player.
Well, I said it at the beginning of the season, so
I said
Oh
he
my
was.
God,
I said he was number 6.
Well, welcome back, Craig, because you came back with a vengeance today. Thank you, sir, for showing up. It's always good to have Craig, y'all. Man, I tell you, man, LeBron James. You want to put the link up, Brandon, if you got anything else? Because I'm telling you, listen, we put a poll up in the chat. Y'all ask us. We asking y'all, is LeBron James the top 5 player this NBA season? Y'all let us know. But you can put the link up, Brandon, if you want to. You guys want to come up here? Let's have a conversation. As you can see, the Lakers are going to make a run. It doesn't matter what seed they are. I think they can beat Denver with LeBron playing like this, to be honest with you. If LeBron keeps playing like this, they can beat Denver. That was what was hurting them last year. LeBron was putting up big numbers against Denver last year, and they were in every fourth quarter game, even though he lost every game, but they were in every game last year, and LeBron just didn't have it. We can tell the difference. Last year, LeBron's foot was a problem. This year, his foot is not a problem. He is healthy. He's playing, and he looks serious. He looks really, really good. The Lakers look really, really good.
Yeah, I think the main thing last year when he wanted to get to the hole, he just couldn't get to the hole.
He had no lift.
After 30 minutes, he just could not do it after 30 minutes. So that's why he shot so poorly from the 3 point line because they were down and he was just trying to bring them back and he couldn't get the lift he needed. But this year, even his teammates are playing better. Of course, his teammates are playing better. But when it matters, he's getting to the hole. Like, he's unstoppable. It's kind of hard to find a player in NBA history this dominant as LeBron James is in year 21.
And you can't give him the 3-pointer. You can't give it to him. Like
it's nothing you can do.
Did you see how he had Kuzma jumping to stop him from shooting that step back 3, and all he did was fake it and just like it was like you can't do that no more. Like he's killing it from the 3-point land. On top of that, this is the NBA's worst nightmare. And the thing about this is that the Lakers are playing good as well. They're playing good basketball. It's not just LeBron. It's AD. It's D'Lo. It's Rui. It's Reeves. And then they're getting, well, I don't know if Vando's coming back, but like you said, Prince is playing better. Hayes is playing better. Or Zays is playing better.
I saw a report that Vando is coming back.
Even what's it called? Dinwiddie's playing better. He's not breaking Brandon. He's actually making shots.
About time, but he's still throwing up a lot of bricks, though. He's still throwing up a lot of bricks. As soon as you get to a LeBron James thing, it's just something about making shots.
I think
something about making shots.
I think Dinwiddie playmaker is going to make a big difference in the playoffs, and he's going to have to make shots so people can respect it. But I think his playmaking gonna really matter in the playoffs with that
All right.
second unit.
Yeah. Hey, look, the link's in the chat. If anybody's backstage, give it a second. Brandon will come back up to bring you up. But man, listen, the Lakers are looking good. What do you think, Travis? What do you think of the Lakers, man? Because they're looking good.
No, they're looking real good. It's like I said. I think that if they continue to stride, like if they're going to get contributions like this on a nightly basis, like you have basically 7 other players in double figures this season, and like you need that consistency because a lot of teams have, they're going to have like similar stat lines. I think if AD continues to be on this kind of a tear, he's healthy, he's playing top 3 defense in the league, he's giving 25 points a game on grid efficiency, and he's arguably your best player. I mean, obviously LeBron's having a great season as far as being efficient and distribution. But if they do this, then like it's going to be tough. They can compete with anyone. I still wouldn't say they're the favorites by any means, but I mean, they definitely have the chance to make some noise, and I wouldn't want to play them first round. That's for sure. Especially if like they're going into the playoffs hitting a stride like this. I wouldn't be surprised if it's them in Denver again, which would be crazy, or Minnesota. That would also be a great matchup.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, all the teams in the West are hot right now.
yeah,
Denver's won 7 out of 10.
Thunder to be there.
Minnesota's won 7 out of 10. The Clippers
Yeah.
has won 7 out of 10. The Dallas Mavericks has won 9 out of 10. The Suns has won 7 out of 10. The Lakers
Mavericks
won 9
are
out
the
of 10.
team I would say coming up like the fast because they
Yeah, they're all
I like the
looking
way the
good.
Mavs has been playing too.
Yeah.
I've been watching that backcourt is amazing.
ridiculous. Like,
Yeah, and again, it is a tough conference because again, the Lakers have 45 wins and they're the 8th seed.
And
So-
they'd be
and-
third in the East, right?
Yep, and there's no team that's going to win 60 games in the conference. Only one team's going to win 60 games all year, and that's going to be Boston. Honestly, to be honest with you, no team really is the favorite or runaway favorite besides Boston. I still don't even think Denver's a runaway favorite. They have some issues if Jamal Murray's not going to be there healthy. I don't know how healthy he's been in and out of the lineup all season, so we don't know. You know what I'm saying? But again, with Jamal Murray,
he came back yesterday, right?
yeah, he did.
I didn't get to watch that game.
yeah, he looked
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But
So Craig, what do you think of the Lakers' chances?
Now,
Do you see them getting outside of the play-in, or do you just see them staying in the play-in and just pushing and making a run? Are you there,
to
Craig?
me, it's not up to them anymore. They playing good. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. It's just up to other teams to lose. Like you can't play the other team games. They keep winning. It's up to the other team to lose. That's the only way you're gonna get ahead. Is if the other teams drop down, and only for that to happen is they gotta lose. If everybody's winning, everybody's just staying stagnant because no changes in the standings. This reminds me of the early 2000s when you had to win 50 games just to be an 8th seed in the West.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah,
I think they're
it's
gonna get
tough.
close. I think they're gonna get close to 50 wins too. They're gonna probably end the season with 48, 49 wins.
48, 49 wins and not make the playoffs.
that's crazy.
Shout out to C Dog. Thank you for becoming a member of the GOAT James Kingdom platform. Thank you, sir. Make sure you guys reach out to us at goatjameskingdom@gmail.com or goatjameskingdomshow@gmail.com as we're gathering up all our members' information. And we're going to start doing special membership shows and all of that stuff and content for you guys. So thank you again for becoming a member. We appreciate you. We see y'all in the comments, man. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. Y'all doing y'all thing. Y'all mad again. We see the Kobe fans. They don't know how to talk basketball.
And
Go
and
ahead,
most
Craig.
thing make the great thing about this is that everybody's playing great. So you're not going to have one hot team in the playoffs just running through. Everybody going to have to bring their A game to playoffs. So every game is going to count. Every game is going to be tight.
Oh, this year's
gonna be a
playoffs
special
is
playoffs.
going to be great. This is going to be a great playoffs. Oh my God, the play-in. Because even if you have the Warriors, the Lakers, and who was the other two teams I just saw? I was looking at here. It's the Kings, and give me a second.
This is going to be the first playoffs where it's
and the
not going to be about
Pelicans
experience.
or the Suns. Yeah, and even in the
It's
East,
going to be
when
the
you're talking-
first playoffs where it's not going to be about experience. It's going to be about who's the better basketball team.
Yep. And
Who's,
then
who playing the best?
even in the East, right? You got Miami and Philadelphia 7 and 8, and we just get Embiid back. So who knows how good Philadelphia can get from
And
here?
then Chicago and Atlanta
They're
at the
on the
9
phone.
and 10.
Yeah, you got Chicago and Atlanta, but I don't think Chicago and Atlanta's going to make any run. But still, if you got Philadelphia and Miami as the 7th, 8th seed, it's not going to be easy for Boston or Milwaukee or any of those teams. And then you're going to have teams like the Knicks and the Mavericks. The Magic go up against each other. The Pacers.
Teams is looking to play Milwaukee now.
Yeah,
Teams ain't scared of Milwaukee no more.
They ain't scared.
Yeah.
Teams are probably trying to
Giannis has
say
to order.
they're trying to fight for that 7th seed.
Yeah, and I mean, what's the call's falling off a little bit too as well. OKC, but that SGA hasn't played a couple of games. I think he played the other night, but he did miss a couple of games. They're on a 3-game skid. I think he's the league MVP, but if they don't end up with the number 1 seed, that's his only shot of getting it. More than likely, and
I've been
Joker's
fighting
gonna
for
win
him for the league MVP. Even if they're the 2nd seed. I mean, who was going into the season thinking OKC is going to even be a top 3 seed?
Exactly, and he's been bought. And I know Chet has helped them, and definitely Chet's a big factor. But still, his development as far as SGA's development, as long as with the Jalen brothers and all these other folks.
Chet for
are
MVP.
crucial.
That team was a non-playoff team before he got there. He brought them into a top 3 seed. Chet for MVP.
Now, should he challenge?
He took a non-playoff team to 3rd in the West.
Should he challenge Wemby though for Rookie of the Year?
I think he was his only challenge. Him and the guy from Miami, I can't think his name. The one who played for Miami.
Hawkes Jr.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah, but I don't think he has a chance. If you're gonna go with what Craig
It's Chet and Wemby.
as how good as OKC has been because of Chet. You can say that because, like you said, that there's no impact for what this guy's doing over there in San Antonio. But they're not using him in San Antonio. Popovich is legitimately keeping him out of the spotlight and letting him develop his game. So What up, Wayne? We see you here, man. What's good, bro? What's popping, man? We were talking Bronny James earlier, but we're really talking LeBron being a top 5 player. Did you vote yes or no? Is LeBron James a top 5 player this NBA season?
No, he's not top 5 this season.
Okay, so who you got in the top 5, and why is LeBron not better than them?
Bugging.
You got Luka doing some business there.
Luka, okay.
Who else?
You got
I don't even know, man.
See, see, come on, Wayne. Come on, Wayne. You don't even have your 5.
And not have your 5.
So he said Luka. He said Luka.
He said Luka, LeBron, and LeBron.
Yeah. You got Shea in OKC.
Okay, Shea. Okay, Luka, Shea.
I got to give some love to Tatum for what they're doing in Boston right now.
So you got
and unless he was injured, before he was injured, Embiid. That's 4.
Giannis.
Before he was injured.
And
still count? It still count?
No, it don't count.
He don't make the 65-game minimum. He don't make the 65-game minimum.
That's my
he
rules.
ain't counting, man.
Yeah,
all right.
I mean, all right. So, yeah, you struggling here, Wayne. You wasn't prepared, Wayne.
Come on,
you wasn't
Wayne,
prepared.
even his Tatum argument ain't even that well right now. I mean,
Yeah,
No,
'cause like
come
I
on,
said,
dude. They're the only
they
team with
were-
60 wins. They ain't got a choice.
you
Ain't got a
talking
choice for that.
about
Listen, I think Tatum is still that dog. I think he's like, again, I tell you guys have to understand. You don't just play the way you want to play because the way you think you should play. He doesn't have to average 30 points per game to still be as good as he was last year. They're a different team. They're a better team. So he
Right.
has another 20 point per game score. Why not let him be that? They're going to need Kristaps Porzingis in the playoffs, and they're going to be a dangerous team
Definitely.
because of
They
it.
shoot.
I don't
They
think
tough
Tatum
shooting
punishes people enough.
Yeah, I just don't think he's playing
I
better
think
than
he
LeBron.
puts too much.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's playing better than
Jump
LeBron as well. No,
14.
I don't. Not this year. Not this year. I think LeBron's playing better this year than he was playing last year.
Look, the only reason I don't have Braun in the top 5 is because it's not translating to what I thought he would do. They should be higher. They lost quite a few games. Let's say about 8 games where they should have won. We should have placed them somewhere at least by number 4 in the West. So I think as good as he is, it's still not translating, and it's just not fair to put a year 20 have expectations for a year 21 player in the league, even though he's doing what he's doing. It's just not fair. It's happened. It hasn't happened for anybody ever in the league. So to put all that load on him, that's crazy.
It ain't putting
I
it
think-
on him.
I
It's
think-
what he's producing, what he's doing.
I
Yeah,
think
we're not-
AD is the
think
AD
AD is
is
better.
the linchpin for the Lakers, and I'm still upset that they didn't get a proper center or another
AD,
guy.
So you got AD better than LeBron.
Uh, I got higher expectations from AD over LeBron.
just what
He's
he's
here
playing,
21.
what
AD
he's
is
doing
in his
right now.
prime.
Yeah, we
80 is in his
understand
prime.
what LeBron, what year he's in, but look at what he's doing on the court.
I know, but still, man, it's unfair to put those many expectations on him. What I say is, if AD goes down, that's it. But I think AD is in year 12, which is in his prime. If we had year 12 LeBron on the Lakers right now, he'd be top 3, or probably the best in the league.
Okay,
But
I would say top 3.
Yep. If LeBron was in year 12 in the league right now, I would say he's top 3, if not the best.
No,
But why?
'Cause I just can't trust AD.
You know he's playing as good as he was playing in 2013.
I think they said.
LeBron having a season that no one had before in NBA history.
Well, here's the thing. I think also one that you're going off of is, and I agree with you. I don't think he's better than Jokic or Giannis or Luka. I mean, especially if you're talking about the first two, like defensively, his plus minus is. I think it's kind of deceptive because the team has found a way to string together wins without him there, especially because AD elevates his game in those situations to another level, which he should have been doing all along. I think you can make a case for Anthony Edwards. Shea is certainly having more of an impactful season. Now, are they having the same combination of stat line that we're talking about, which is like, which I don't really care about? I think he's efficiency. I wouldn't care if he was shooting 25 with 6 and 6 as opposed to 7 and 8 or whatever it is. That's irrelevant to me. What kind of an impact are you having on your team? And is your team playing better without you? You can argue that they play better without him. And that's not a fault. It's not a knock on him. It's just the way their composition is set up, the way the ball moves. But I think there's certain players you can point to, at least 5, and say they have a better impact on their team right now. Do they have the same exact stats? No, but they're at least comparable. Certainly Tatum. I think Jokic should have won another MVP, and rightfully so, just because of the things you can measure. But I think LeBron is definitely a top 10 player. I wouldn't say top 5.
Yeah, without doubt.
The Lakers definitely do not play better without LeBron. They won games without LeBron. It doesn't mean they're better without LeBron. They won 6
I would say
games
they're
without
overall
LeBron.
better. I'd say like the games he's missed, it's not really been a huge detriment to them this season.
Well, the argument was used for Ja when Memphis had won all them games without Ja, and then Ja missed 25 games this year, and Memphis is like a lottery team.
Correct.
So it wasn't better without Ja.
Correct.
I have Bron 5th right now.
He is 5th. It's Shea 4th, LeBron 5th, Anthony Edwards 6th.
And I'm just saying off of this season, watching this season, LeBron James, he's definitely a top 5 player this season, this NBA season. He's played that. I wouldn't be surprised he makes our NBA first team this year. And don't let him do that. Y'all are going to see the real exposure. If y'all do not let LeBron make all NBA first team, year 21 and 39.
They won't let him win first team.
I just second or third.
He's going to be second.
He's going to be second, but they definitely want him to be first.
Remember, it is positionless.
He can't be
first. He should be first.
It is positionless. It is positionless. They don't have to go by position.
Yes, it is positionless. But the report is some of these media members are still Jordan fans.
Yeah, they won't do it. They won't do it. Trust me, they will not do it.
21 be an All NBA first team.
I mean, Shea didn't even make the playoffs last year, and he was first team All NBA. But they won't do that for LeBron. It's LeBron James, and the media is still Jordan fans.
LeBron James, because right now, like I said, I don't even see Giannis making all NBA first team. To be honest with you, let me go look up because I don't know.
Giannis will, he's having like 30 a game. He's having 30
might drop him to number 2.
Giannis will make it.
Joker's going to make it. Giannis going to make it. He's going to make it. Luka's going to make it. They're not going to put LeBron.
The bonus might even make it. Man.
So Luka, Giannis, SGA, Joker.
And,
fifth guy. So that fifth guy would either.
It won't be LeBron. Trust me.
Even though talking about.
It gotta be somebody from the 60-win team. It gotta be somebody from the 60-win team.
Definitely.
So Tatum, because I don't know, Tatum is not getting the pub that everybody wants to give him. He's really not getting that pub like that. He's really
it's going to be Tatum. It's going to be Tatum because they have
somebody on a 60-win team.
Even though he's not playing like it, he's number one.
You could say Edwards. I mean, you could say.
Now I don't see them making Edwards first team. Not
Edwards gonna be second team.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be second.
Ooh.
You could say.
No.
You
He
could
could be
say
first
AD.
team.
Second
It could be
team is
first
gonna be
team.
Jaylen Brown, Braun,
So what about
and
Brunson, Jalen Brunson, LeBron, Jason Tatum, Jalen Brown? No.
Jalen
Stephen
Brown.
Curry?
No,
think
Tatum gonna be
Brunson
first
gonna-
team.
That's
Kevin
KD,
Durant. Kevin Durant.
KD or Booker.
How about him?
I mean, I don't think it'd be crazy for throwing AD in there. I mean, AD. Are we sure he's not even the best player on the Lakers?
AD's definitely gonna be all defensive first team. That's for a fact. He's gonna be all defensive.
He's
First
averaging
team.
like
Yeah,
25
definitely.
and like 12, with like he's leading the team in blocks and tied with them for steals. Like, what is he not doing?
You may have LeBron and AD on the second team.
Yeah.
I mean, that team. This is like the AD that they envisioned when they got him. Obviously,
Yes.
aside from 2020.
No. Not until AD decide to start playing against Joker. And then y'all got to stop this shit. AD needs to guard Joker in the playoffs. I don't want Ruri on him. I don't want LeBron on him. I don't want
No.
Van Vliet. I don't want
No.
none of those bums on him. It
To
has
get
to
Joker,
be.
you better hope you
Team-
don't have to face the bonus in the play-in.
The scheme doesn't allow it. The personnel and the scheme doesn't allow that.
No, AD don't allow it because AD don't want that challenge because he don't do it against Sabonis. He don't do it against Cat, all those other guys that they have to play in the Western Conference. He never wants to stick those guys, and
No,
they always outshine
it's
him.
not that, bro. Remember Fox, when Fox gets in, Fox is brutally fast, arguably the fastest guy in the league. When he gets in the lane, he now got to come over from his guy, or maybe Sabonis, to come and defend because they play drop coverage. If they had another center, if somehow they pulled off the Miles Turner trade, boy, oh boy, we definitely be higher in the West.
Well, that argument would be cool if
No,
if
Uh-huh.
AD wasn't on 9 versus Sabonis. So
well, I don't know. I like the way the Lakers are playing. I think was it Zays, right? His name Zays. I think Zays has been playing well as well. I think he gives them an element that they need. Again, they can put Ruri on Joker if they want to, but again, that's their only catalyst is the Denver Nuggets. That's the only team the Lakers cannot beat so far.
So if they put if they put Davis on Joker, then what happens there?
Yeah, well, they
He's gonna be in
cannot
foul
put him
trouble.
on. Yeah, they cannot put Anthony Davis on Jokic. It eliminates the
Right,
Lakers' defense.
right.
It eliminates it. It makes he's so occupied with one player that it allows other players to get easy baskets. You cannot do it.
But I was
He's
saying,
the only
how
hope
much
for
do they
defense.
attack how much do they attack the basket to the point that you need them to just be a rim protector? They don't really do that. Like they really play with Joker on the high post or on the pitch posts, and then that's how they play their games off the pick and rolls. with
Yeah,
Jamal
and
Murray.
you could put someone on there. They had Tristan Thompson. He played one game. He did great versus them last year. Rui did decent versus him. If you put Anthony Davis on Jokic, he's not going to be able
Trouble.
to help out anyone else. That's what Anthony Davis is there for. He
Yeah.
cleans up for everyone else on their
Correct.
mistakes.
You can't have AD in foul trouble either, and like Joker
Yeah.
would take.
Yeah, but
those
who is he
photos.
sticking? He's sticking Aaron. What's it called? Aaron
Gordon.
Right?
Eric Gordon,
he's
yeah,
gonna
Yeah,
guard,
Aaron-
he gonna guard Aaron Gordon because Aaron Gordon playing the dunker spot.
and then
And
he
that's-
can make
Right.
sure
and
no
that's
one
why
gets
Aaron
into the
Gordon-
lane.
But that's what I'm saying. Aaron Gordon still gets to the lane. That's the only one that gets to the lane is Aaron Gordon.
He
LeBron
gets a
doesn't
lot
play.
less. He will get a lot less if
Yeah.
Anthony
And
Davis is in the lane.
And then you're what you're basically doing is you're putting because you're giving Joker free range. Whoever's guarding Joker, you cannot let Joker see the floor and the court that
Yeah.
easy.
So
You
You
have
can't
to
let
put-
AD
He's
get in
going to
foul
do that
trouble
versus
either.
Anthony Davis too. He's going to do that
No,
versus
he-
Anthony Davis too.
The
The only
Anthony
way to-
Davis, the Anthony Davis isn't that defensive player that he needs to be. If Anthony Davis cannot blog up passing lanes and keep Joker from making passes, which is what you have to do to beat that team, you're not going to beat the Denver Nuggets, man. Even
So
if
the
LeBron
Lakers are
goes
gonna.
off.
The only way the Lakers win a title this year is if LeBron plays that power forward spot or small forward spot traditionally and plays lockdown defense this time. I don't care about.
He will
I
play
don't care
lockdown
about who's going to
defense.
get them in their offense or not.
I
But he
mean,
can't stick Joker. He can't stick
It's
Joker.
not. It's not. Jokic is not the problem. It's Murray. What have you guys been watching? Murray's
That's
the problem.
But it's the problem because look who you have sticking Joker. It's
That
easy for
has
Murray to do
nothing
what he
to do
does.
with Jokic. Jokic's going to get his every game. It's Jamal Murray. They
Them
cannot
not
stop
getting a
Jamal
center
Murray. They
is the
cannot
problem.
stop Fox, they can't stop the guards.
You can stop
It has
him.
nothing to
You're
do
gonna
with Jokic.
You put
It's
LeBron
the
on
guards.
Murray, or you put Rui on Murray, and you can
You
stop
cannot
him.
put
That's
Rui
No,
on
you can't
Murray.
put LeBron on
cannot
Murray.
put Rui on Murray.
We have to.
Like,
That's how they beat him in 2020. That's
LeBron.
wait.
Yeah, LeBron was
Brandon,
in year 17 though.
all right, but Brandon, you said this. You said that it is on LeBron. So LeBron also has to take that responsibility on defense because that's the only way they can beat Denver. If they don't play Denver, they're winning the champion. If they play every other team,
If they can keep Jamal Murray under 30 points a game, they're going to win the title.
Listen. If they don't play Denver, they're winning the NBA championship.
They can beat Denver. They need to stop Jamal Murray.
In the
They
fourth
need to stop Jamal Murray.
quarter.
It's not
If you put
Jokic,
Sacramento-
it's Jamal Murray.
Who,
It's
man?
not-
Who is
it's
going to stop
Jamal-
him?
They have to
LeBron
figure
needs to guard
something out.
Murray, and AD needs to guard Jokic. In the fourth quarter,
AD
Thank you.
cannot guard
Thank you.
Jokic. He just cannot guard him.
I know,
He
put
cannot
Rui,
guard him.
and so can't Rui. Rui's not doing nothing. Rui's making it even worse. They're
He's
going to
not
kill
making
you
it worse.
because
He's
because
a
Anthony
big
Davis.
body.
Anthony Davis ain't stopping Gordon either. Gordon stay getting dunks and layups on the Lakers, killing them.
He doesn't get that many dunks and layups. It is Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray's been averaging 30 versus
And
the
Aaron
Lakers.
Gordon as well, because Aaron Gordon, they have
Aaron
like
Gordon
you
is
said,
not averaging 30.
he's killing them. He's averaging 19, 18. He's killing them. That's
He's
enough.
averaging like 10.
Against the Lakers?
Yeah, he's
Lakers
averaging
don't
like
want to
10.
see the
Because
Kings.
Murray
They got
don't
to move
average 30
Denver
against
and
everybody else.
and
That's what I'm
Sacramento.
saying.
It's Jamal, just like I said, it's Jamal Murray. He averaged 32 last year versus them.
It's Jamal Murray because they have
Let
nobody
me-
to guard
let-
Joker.
Let me see what he averaged versus them this year. Jamal Murray.
Guard Joker.
Who, Jamal Murray? Yeah, let's go look that up because, again,
I
the
know
Lakers-
last year he averaged 32 in the playoffs.
No, he killed them in the play because, again, it's nobody stopping Joker. No,
It has nothing to do
nobody's-
with Jokic. It's Jamal Murray making shots.
Listen, you cannot have Joker. Let's go here to the game one. This is the beginning of the season. You can't have where Nikola Jokic is scoring 29 points, 11 assists, and 13 rebounds. You can't give him those 11 assists. You can't let you can't.
How
that's
many
not
points did Jamal Murray have that game?
21 points. Jamal Murray had 21 points. He was a +3. Joker was a +15. Aaron Gordon 15 points.
What's the next game?
7 of 11. That was the first game of the season, right? So we know that was the first game of the season. Let's go to the next game. You can't let Joker see the floor. Joker is their offense. Murray plays off of Joker.
The problem is also Joker's going to do that to you, and he's
All right.
shooting almost 60%.
He's going to do it to any team. He gets what he's going to get. He did that in the first round, second round, third round, fourth round, all season long. This year, the year prior to that, Jokic is going to do what he's going to do.
So
you cannot let Jamal Murray keep averaging 30 versus you.
They played again in March. Okay, here we go again. Nikola Jokic, 35 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, +16 on the field. Jamal Murray, 24 points and 11 assists, +6 on the field. Jamal Murray shot 11 of 23, less than 50%. Like I said, Gordon, 18 points, 8 of 16, 9 rebounds, 5 assists. You can't let Eric +10 on the field, on the court. Eric Gordon, that's your boy's man. He's not stopping Eric Gordon neither. And you can't let Joker control the offense. You have to put somebody on Joker and keep Joker from.
There's no player in the NBA who could. What are you talking about?
I said passing, not stopping him from scoring. If Joker.
There's no player in the NBA who can.
Wait, there's another. Oh, wait, there's another.
That's like saying we have to stop Jordan from scoring. Who's going to stop Jordan from scoring? Nobody.
Dumars?
Jordan stops himself.
Joe Dumars. Joe Dumars. Okay, again, another game. This one, another game. Joker goes off for 24, 13, and 9. He's +10. This is the Jamal Murray game that you like, Brandon. This is Jamal Murray's 29 points game, 11 assists, +17, shooting 48% from the field, but 12 of 25. But also, Eric Gordon had only 11 points and 3 rebounds, only on 8 shots. But this was the Porter game. This was the game that Porter went off of. Porter scored
Porter hit like 10,
27 points.
shots in a row.
Yeah, this was the game that he couldn't miss at all. So that was the other game. But still, Joker's averaged damn near triple-double, dominating the
What
game.
is Jokic averaging this year? Damn near triple-double. That's just what he does.
Yeah, he's averaging
Listen.
26, 12, and 9. That dude's a monster. Son.
I'm glad they got Dinwiddie now. Dinwiddie should give some problems to Murray.
But with who? Not with Russell. That's why you need Rui on him. Rui needs to be sticking him because
Rui
Rui's your best
cannot
defender.
guard him.
We can
Yes, he
guard
can.
Murray.
Rui's your best
Cannot
defender.
guard.
Rui's the
He's
best
not
defender.
the best. He cannot guard him.
Who's better than Rui on that team?
You have to put a guard who could guard a guard.
I would say
Yeah.
Vando, but
No, didn't
we
we
can't. Vando's not there.
That Vando couldn't guard him last year. He was on the team healthy.
Max Christie.
Well, I mean,
That's a next year or something. Max Christie. They got,
That's all they
it's
have.
like
See, the
if
problem
was his name is healthy, then they stand a better chance too.
yeah.
you take
What's his name?
You take D-Leon Reeves off the court, it's gonna
Gabe
hurt.
Vincent.
Yeah, I mean it's such a double-edged sword because you have like a lot of these stretch threes that Denver has, like Gordon, like like Porter Jr., like all these guys who can shoot the ball and play defense and like hustle up and down. Plus,
Right.
You have Jokic who's going to facilitate from inside and outside. It doesn't really matter where he is because he's such a transcendent passer, and he can
Thank
burn
you.
from everywhere on the court too. Like he's going to shoot 35% from three and.
But that's why you
60% no
don't
matter
put
where
a
he is.
6'8". That's why you don't put a 6'8",
Yeah.
6'9" guy on him because he can just see over
You
the
can
court and
put
just easily
80 in
make that
foul
pass.
trouble.
Well, he's gonna
80s.
pass. Yeah, he's gonna get his passes no matter what. Like he's transcendent. He's a top 3 floor raiser of all time, in my opinion. So it's gonna be really tough to like.
I mean, can
Stop
Spencer stop Murray?
Spencer is going to have to slow him down.
He's gonna have to do. Somebody's gonna stop him.
If you hold him to below his
It's not
percentages,
Spencer. It's not Spencer. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold a second.
Uh-huh.
We talking about Denver so much, and what about Sacramento? Lakers didn't beat Sacramento all season.
And hopefully
worried
they
about
they
that.
can avoid
They
him.
worried about
I
that.
don't think they have to play them. They're too low of a seed.
Before y'all get
They're too low of a seed.
I gotta worry
They're
about
gonna play him.
bonus.
They might have to play him in the play-in, but the Lakers, they're not. Again, no other team is beating the Lakers in a 7-game series the way the Lakers are playing right now. The Lakers could beat
No,
any
boy.
team,
No.
any team besides Denver and Boston. Those are the only 2 teams I can see them giving a trouble.
They definitely
Denver
could
and
beat
Boston.
Boston. They definitely could beat Boston. Denver, they could beat. They just.
I'll take the Lakers versus Boston in the finals.
I was looking at stats. I see we got a couple of guys who popped up. Peace to Ishmael and Ralph. Thanks for joining us again.
Salute
Again, y'all.
everybody.
Yeah, man, it's the GOAT James Kingdom Show, y'all. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for joining that membership, C-Dog. We appreciate you. So let's go ahead and start with you, Ishmael. We're talking the Lakers and LeBron and how they're playing. Do you think the Lakers can make that push for an actual title run? Are you there, Ishmael?
Yeah, I'm here. Can they make a title run? Yeah, I don't see why not. I mean, it's like in today's NBA, it's so balanced with talent, and it's not like how it used to be when like in the 2000s. Clearly, you're going to see either the Lakers or the Spurs were going to win or something like that. It's like it's just so like the talent level is just like so balanced. I don't see why they couldn't. I think LeBron James is going to win another championship before he retires, and they have beaten great teams, even the teams when they weren't hurt. They have the capability to do it. It's just it's not like it doesn't seem like a guarantee because they don't. All throughout the season, they was trying to see like who were their starting lineups were, but now it seems like they've gotten to a rhythm. I don't see why not. So,
That's Ham. Stop paying favoritism.
I agree with him. He said the Lakers are going to win another championship. I just believe that the LeBron James won't win Finals MVP in that championship, and that's going to be the new argument for
Right.
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
won't.
Listen,
You won't.
I
know.
can
I
see
got a lot of
he'll win it.
points for
But
college
Brandon-
kids coming in. It's going to be much easier.
But Brandon has said this for a while, and this is why we did this week's show, is because Brandon said this. LeBron is the reason why they will win a championship. It won't be because of AD. So if they do win a championship, LeBron will be playing better than AD in the finals, and he will get the finals MVP.
LeBron will be Finals MVP.
He turns up when it's time. He turns up when it's time.
Yeah, LeBron
LeBron
gonna
knows
be
what he
Finals
doing.
MVP.
No, but
LeBron
again,
knows what
the
he's
only
doing.
and the only way the Lakers will win a championship is because of LeBron. Trust me, it's not going to be because of Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is going to be a help. He's going to be helping,
Yeah.
but it ain't going to be because of him. It's going to be because of LeBron. They're not going to win.
LeBron gonna be
beating
Finals
Anthony
MVP. He's always gonna be that go. Like the team was
Facts.
supposed to be around as Anthony Davis as the number one guy. I still think LeBron is the best player on the team. He's always gonna be that number one go guy. He's gonna be Finals MVP.
Anthony Davis is having one of his best seasons in years, and LeBron is still better. Ralph, let's go ahead and get your check in, Ralph. What you think of the Lakers, man?
Um, on your previous conversation when you talk about the Nuggets,
Mm-hmm.
I think I agree with you, Johnny,
Mm-hmm.
because when you watch Philadelphia versus the Nuggets, right,
Mm-hmm.
with their personnel, last game they used Tobias Harris on Jokic. It made it difficult for the passing that y'all was talking about,
Mm-hmm.
and then Patrick Beverly would come here and there, steal the ball from him, or they double team him because Joel was guarding Aaron Gordon, so he couldn't get the easy lives that he used to.
Yes.
And then also when Philadelphia, historically, when they didn't have Joel in Denver,
Mm-hmm.
they still make it tough. With Paul Reed made it tough this season for them to win, even though they win
Mm-hmm.
in Denver without Joel Embiid. It's still a difficult win because they're winning by like 3 points, 4 points, 5 points, and you can look it up. Like they have a tough matchup with the Sixers, and the Sixers roster is
Mm-hmm.
kind of similar to what the Lakers, the way they're built.
Well,
We both
Ralph,
have, huh?
the counter that Aaron Gordon was guarding Embiid, and Embiid was giving them 50 points. I mean, you think AD gonna be giving Aaron Gordon 50 points because your matchup on that end, I agree with. But the thing was, Embiid was giving the Nuggets 50 points.
Correct.
I
That was
mean,
one game, but throughout their matchup, Embiid will give you 30 here, 20, 20 something plus. That was just one game this season. But I'm just saying historically with the matchup.
every,
Like
every
they
time every time Philly has played them in Philly, Embiid is getting either 40 or 50. The last two or
that's
three times
correct.
they played, because he only been playing them in Philly. They ain't been playing in Denver.
Yeah. But you see what I said when they play them in Denver without Joey LMB, it's still a hard matchup for Denver.
Yeah, because they have a point guard that can actually stick Jamal Murray and make it hard for Jamal Murray. That's what Brandon is saying.
Yeah,
You have
yeah,
to find somebody that can guard
yeah.
Jamal Murray.
Maxi's a tough guard. Like Murray has to
Yeah.
work to guard him. He doesn't have to really work to guard anybody on the Lakers.
Oh, that's another thing too. If D'Angelo can go off and make it, then
Yeah.
that's another thing that's another reason why I say the Lakers have to do as well. Is nobody really makes when they play the Lakers, they don't play defense. They don't make Jamal Murray play defense, and they don't make Joker play defense. So not only are they dogging you on the offensive side, you're giving him a break on the defensive side of the floor. So you
Right,
have
but
to attack both of them.
also Jamal Murray still was going off late in the game versus the
Yeah, he
Sixers
was.
this season, but they will live with that. It's all just what they do. The Sixers will let Jokic score, but that passing that you said, Johnny, they ain't having it. Just like
They
you said, they're not
you got to
having
slow
it.
down. You got to slow down his passing. You really do. The reason I say this is because I believe with the pick and roll, if you have Ruri on Jamal and you have AD on Joker, when they do that pick and roll, you can switch. You already want to put a Ruri on Joker, so now it's harder for them to even dominate that way because that's what be killing them. Because they go into that switch, you got D'Lo sticking Jamal Murray, even if it's Ruri. Now when that switch happens, you have D'Lo on Joker.
But the only problem, John, I agree with everything, but the only problem I don't agree with is like when you said the 6'9" guys and the the power
No,
force, they can
I'm
guard
just
Jokic.
No, I'm just saying. Rui can. I've seen Rui's done a
Yeah,
good
Rui,
job, but
Rui does a good job.
He does a good job, but still, Joker can still see over him. Joker can still make those passes. Which
I
No,
mean, I guess you could put Hayes on him. Hayes
yeah,
taller
I
than
know. Yeah,
put Hayes on him, but he has to stay out of foul
need
trouble.
him.
But-
Yeah,
but
they're
Brandon-
going to need Zays. They're going to
Sorry.
need Zays. They're really going to need Zays. You're right, Brandon. They are going to need.
But
him.
Brandon,
Hey, Johnny, why are you always saying
sorry.
everyone's name wrong? Do you do this on purpose?
Is it Zays or Hayes?
Hayes, you do this on purpose.
No, I don't
Jackson
do it on
Hayes.
purpose. No, I don't. I really don't be remembering people's names. To be honest with you, I'm bad with names.
So
I do.
what's more important to stop Jokic? Is it his passing or his scoring? What
It's
is important?
passing.
This is
Okay,
passing.
yeah,
This is
Jackson
So you're
passing.
not going to stop that. I just think they
What
can
the
Yes,
fuck
stop
you
are
it.
can.
Zays?
Yes, you can. You can stop it.
Nah, the Lakers can't stop his passing. I think they could stop his scoring. They did stop his scoring to 24 points in the first game. I think it was the first game of the
Well,
season.
That's not his best attribute.
the Lakers makes it hard for him to score. I would give him that, but still, he's getting 12 assists.
Yeah,
So
you can't.
other
do that.
players are knocking down shots, and they're knocking
Yeah,
down
that's the
threes.
thing.
They're
that's the
knocking
thing.
down threes.
They have to
Mhm.
play. I think if they play defense on the 3-point line or against the other players, I think they would have a chance because if they had Jackson Hayes and Anthony Davis guarding Jokic, and they was able to cut them down to at least 24 points. The issue is that other players are getting hot. Like Murray was getting hot. I think that's what's causing like the issue to stop them. Like sometimes the games are right there for them
And
to
Murray
make
just
it.
making shots in the
Yeah,
fourth.
like
no.
that's
The
what I'm
Lakers
saying.
were
They
in
have to
every
stop.
game
gotta-
last year. They were in every game
Every
last
game
year.
this
They were in
year.
every game.
This year.
And
It's
that's
yeah, it's
just-
the same thing. Like they
Jokic
just
is
can't
still
stop
a-
Murray and the other player, like all the other guards that are coming in and hot.
But that's not what you need to do. You just need to stop the passing. Forget everything else. That's his best attribute.
Yeah,
That's
you gotta
when
turn
he
him
can.
into a scorer if anything.
Yeah, I can live with him scoring 50 a night.
Like
I
the
don't care
worst thing
about
you can
that.
do. The worst thing you can do versus a good passer is give him space to pass. Like that's the worst thing you can do. Like
Facts.
you have to
Yeah,
put
you
pressure
gotta
on
make
him
him a
somehow.
scorer.
Yeah.
So what do you want? What do you want him to force the pass to? Who
No.
do you want him to pass it to?
No,
Is his-
I just think that Anthony Davis is just a better defender, and Anthony Davis could also help against Joker posting up because Joker's a very good post up player. He post ups a lot,
Yeah.
and he can also play him close enough to keep him from making those passes.
Yeah, you
which-
can make
which-
him more turnovers.
Yeah, just and delay his passes because just
Yep.
a delay pass can help those other guys help defense better because that's how good Anthony Davis is defensively. I get what you're saying, him being a rim protector, but honestly, the only two guys that attack the rim on that team is Joker, Murray, and Gordon. Nobody else really goes at the
Big
rim.
facts.
Everybody else stands around, waits to shoot the ball.
Yep, they don't got Bruce Bowen no more to do that. Go to the
Yeah.
rack.
They
Can
don't
we
have
force,
that. Or
can we force
DiVincenzo.
Joker to
Not
guard
DiVincenzo,
Anthony
the other
Davis?
guys.
Mhm.
as well? I think it would matter if we could force Joker to guard Anthony Davis as well.
Yeah, because what
Yeah.
happens is that
Yeah.
what happens is that when Joker or Murray break the defense down and we get that help from Anthony Davis, that lob or that cut for Gordon is available now, and that's
Yeah.
what kills them. And then Joker can see it. Joker can make the pass.
And OG, John, you right, yo, about what you just said about making Jokic guard AD because he fouls a lot and gets frustrated
Yeah,
when his
he gotta
pass and
guard
everything
all-
ain't going right.
Yeah, when
But
he got to
does
guard
AD
somebody.
does AD
Yeah.
even play the five? Because I watched a lot of Laker games, but does he play the five? Yeah, he does because LeBron be there.
Yeah, he played the five.
Yeah,
Cause
He plays a
Roy
lot.
played
He
the
does.
four.
Yeah.
Another thing, he gotta play
LeBron
face
plays the
up,
four.
too.
And LeBron plays
AD
the four.
got to play face up more
Listen,
and
no,
go to
listen.
the rack.
I listen. The way they played last year, and with LeBron being healthy, because this year the Lakers were not healthy. They've been like Ham said, we've had to switch a lot of rosters, a lot of rotations. But they have their five now. They have their five. They know who's going to be that last five. That late game final, the closing lineup. They have those guys. It's Rui, Austin, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Russell. So those five guys, and with the way LeBron's playing, I think they can still beat Denver, man. To be honest with you, I think they can.
I don't like the way the coach treats Russell. He's in and out on him. He believes him some days and don't believe him sometimes. So he take him out the lineup and don't allow him to make up for his bad game that he's having.
Okay.
It's like he's having a bad game, you out.
Yeah. But all right, so let's do this. They actually have some tough matchups. They play Minnesota tonight.
And go to state.
Then they play Golden State Tuesday. Then Friday they get a few days off. Then they get Friday Memphis, which they should be able to win at Memphis. They're at home the next two games, so they're going to be at home tonight, and against Golden State they're at home. And then they play the Pelicans, who's also fighting for a play-in spot. So these next four games are very crucial. Do we see the Lakers sweeping out? Do the Lakers end on an 8-game winning streak? Brandon, let's start with you. Are you there, Brandon? I know Brandon stepped off for a sec. To start with you, John. You think the Lakers?
I believe if they could beat this Minnesota, I believe they go out. If they beat Minnesota, I think they sweep the rest of the season.
Okay.
It's all about the Minnesota game.
What about you, Travis? You think the Lakers could win out? They win the next four games?
They definitely can when they're playing. Like if like you see the other players like stepping up the way they have, absolutely. I mean, Minnesota, like John said, is probably going to be the biggest test, just because they are also fighting for that spot. Warriors might be tough too because they're in a dogfight also for seeding, and also they don't want to slip all the way down. They could definitely beat the Grizzlies and Pelicans. I don't.
Well,
really
the
think
Warriors are good. The Rockets got
Yeah.
eliminated, so the Warriors are going to be the 10th seed no matter what.
Well, the Rockets ain't officially eliminated. They eliminated, but they're not officially eliminated.
What you mean? I don't understand. I don't think they
I,
can
don't-
get.
I think the gap between
No,
Uh,
I don't think they can get the amount of wins that the Warriors have. I think that's they're done for the season. To be honest with you, let me double check. But go ahead. But go ahead, Travis. You were saying something. Sorry.
No, I think if they beat Minnesota, then I think they can sweep out. If their seeding locks up, obviously we'll see. But I mean, I think Minnesota's going to be the biggest challenge. That's a good matchup. I'd love to see that in the playoffs too. So.
Well, okay. You know what? You're right. They have not been eliminated. They're actually still to contention. So you're right, John. The Rockets still have a chance because they have 5 games left, but they're only 4 games out. So they have to win out, and the Warriors have to lose out.
Lose out, yeah.
All right, so let's go with you, Craig. Do you think the Lakers can make a push right here, win 4 straight, go 8 straight, and then get ready for the playoffs? And I guess that would put them somewhere between 6 and 8.
Yeah, they gotta just Minnesota. It all depends. If Minnesota don't care that they, at least they top 5, they might start and rest some players here and there, especially now they, the injury season they had. They might looking to start rest players, so they get one of them teams that say they be one of the teams like, all right, we just want to rest some guys. We don't care. We top 5 team. They beat out Minnesota. Yeah, they could beat out the rest of the teams they play.
So you don't think the Minnesota and them are going to be fighting to be a top seed or not? Like, because right now it's only Denver by a half a game, and then OKC fell back 1 game from Minnesota. So between basically the number 1 and 3 seed is 1.5 games, and they all have 4 or 5 games left to play.
Yeah.
So they still. So I mean, it's still viable. I like the Lakers' chances though. But Minnesota. I think Minnesota's going to keep playing because they have Anthony Edwards, and he's one of those dogs. He's trying to show out night in and night out, especially against the Lakers. So let's get your take, Ralph. What do you think? Do you think the Lakers win these next 4 games, and go into the playoffs in a true 8-game winning streak? Hey, wow, that's crazy.
It depends on what Darvin Hand do with our lineup. Like
you're a Laker fan, Ralph.
Of course.
Okay, all right, okay. All right. Well, are you a Kobe Laker fan or are you a Laker fan?
No, I'm both, but I'm a Laker fan.
Okay, I just want to know, because there's a difference. Okay, so good. There's a difference. All right, so go ahead.
I understand.
No, there's those Kobe Laker fans that are not really Laker fans. You know that. You do
That's
know
big
that.
facts.
Yeah, okay, but go ahead, continue, brother. Go ahead.
Yeah, it depends on what Darvin Hand do with our lineup. He's unpredictable. He might sit certain guys in the lineup and be like, "Yo, you need rest with these crucial games that we need to win." We don't know what he's gonna do, and also depends on OG John and T said about got other guys on our opposing team sitting out too. Like, is they gonna play for the rest of the season?
Yeah.
But it really depends on the roster. And if I give us, you said 5 games we got, right?
Well, no, they got 4. Remember, they're going to play Minnesota tonight. You got the Warriors on Tuesday. Then you have the Grizzlies, and then the Pelicans. Finish out the season with the Pelicans.
We can go 2-2, or we can go 3-1. Like I said, depends on the roster.
I think their biggest challenge will be tonight and against the Pelicans. I think the Lakers are going to show up for the Warriors. I don't even think LeBron's going to play tonight. I think LeBron's going to rest tonight. You'll be mad, but I think he's going to rest tonight. We'll find out game time decision. So Ishmael, what do you think? The Lakers run out, get an 8-game winning streak, or do they lose one of these next 4?
They can do it. I agree with Travis if they win today, because today is going to be their toughest matchup. They're coming from this is going to be a back-to-back, even though it's on their home, and Minnesota is their second road game. If they win today, I think this is their last toughest matchup of the year. Then I can see them being, winning the rest of the games this season.
All right. So Brandon, you just got back. I was asking them, The Lakers play the Minnesota tonight. They play the Warriors on Tuesday. Then Friday against the Grizzlies, and then they finish out the season versus the Pelicans. Do you see the Lakers winning out 8 straight games to make a playoff run?
They might. It just depends if LeBron wants to play. But as we said, the Lakers do win without LeBron. So I guess it just depends. It depends. They actually can.
They do win. They beat good teams without him as well. So it's not like, again, I don't think he's gonna play tonight. He usually doesn't play the back-to-backs. He usually chooses.
He played the last back-to-back.
He played the last back-to-back, but he could take tonight off. If not, like he said, they're making a run. He might not. He might be just ready to just close out the season. He seems very healthy. But again, he is old. Again, I'm old too, man. You wake up one day and you just say, I don't know why this is hurting today. I don't know what I did. I didn't even do nothing. So, and he's a professional athlete, so he does the best. Though I think the Lakers are doing good. Shout out to everybody in the comments, man. We see y'all arguing in here. Yosemite Slam, y'all make sure to let Yosemite Slam know he's a white supremacist and he's crazy. Cause y'all know that's the crazy dude who made the video in his mama's basement about Brandon and I. So y'all can let him know how crazy he is. Shout out to Ghost 2000. We see you in the comments, Ghost. Keep cooking them. Shout out to Willie, man. Willie, I thought your exposure would get more votes, but nobody likes your exposure. You wasn't that good. You got to come back and redeem yourself. So far, NMB won that vote, y'all. We voted NMB got the best exposure, or the most epic exposure in the polls. So, as you guys know, we are the GOAT James Kingdom channel. Brandon and I are actually going to go on our 2-year anniversary next Sunday show, and it will be our 100th episode. So, we're going to have a great show. We're going to discuss all the great shows that we've had throughout this last year. We're going to discuss all the videos we had, all the great exposure moments. So, you guys let us know what you guys think. We're going to put polls up throughout the week, and you guys let us know what you think of the content that we have. But again, LeBron James is just keep giving us material, and his haters give us more material. The things that LeBron James is doing is just incredible. I still don't believe LeBron's playing the way he's playing this year. I started the season, I didn't say he was a top 10 player. I didn't expect him to play 65, 70 games. He's headed to doing that. He's shooting way better than he's ever shot in his NBA career on all spots of the floor. Like, I don't even know what to say. LeBron is just playing phenomenal basketball. Shout out to everybody who's following us also on our YouTube, on our Facebook page, because we're also live there. We got over 85,000 members now, and we're cooking.
Hey, Johnny, he's gonna play like 70 games. He's already.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. That's again. He's 39 years old.
Yeah, I think he's at 67 right now, so you just have to play 3 more.
Yeah, 68.
Yeah,
68. Okay, 2 more. You got it.
Yeah, he's there. Again, he's played over 70,000 NBA minutes for his career. The guy is just great at the game of basketball, man. I don't know what else to say. And then they got mad at me, Brandon. I don't know if you watched Friday Night Exposure, but they got mad at me because I told them the 2011 Heat wasn't a championship roster. And LeBron's doing his LeBron's doing his podcast, and now he's schooling us on the game of basketball. He's explaining to us things like. Let's talk about that before we get up out of here. Have you been watching his show, Brandon? Have you been paying attention to it?
Yeah, I haven't watched the full thing, but I've been watching little bits and pieces when I can. But I know we did talk about the 2011 team and how it wasn't a great roster, anyways. They just thought you picked 3 players on the team that were going to win the title, but that definitely wasn't the case.
I watched the first full episode. I hadn't been able to watch the second and third episode, and which I will watch. But that 2011 team, I think you was on point about everything. Wade was supposed to be the closer of that team, and we found out he was no longer the same player.
Wait. Not of that team. He was supposed to be the closer for that series because there were series and games they let LeBron be the closer.
But then he closed in that Boston series. He closed in that Boston series too, right?
Yeah, and LeBron closed against Chicago.
And they game plan was to do the same thing in the Dallas series that they did in the Boston series.
They thought it was better to let Dwayne Wade be the closer than LeBron against Dallas.
That's what I meant, because they had just did it in the Boston series. They were trying to do it again in the Dallas series as well, because he had did it versus Dallas before too. So
Okay. No, listen. I agree with you. They were mad at me about it. But what I want to ask you guys, and we're going to go around here. Is there anything about the Minded Game podcast that y'all seen that y'all didn't know as basketball fans, as far as the X's and O's, like him talking about what the fire is, like when it's the fire, or the nail down, and all these little things, the slot cuts. But I know Brandon's played basketball, and they probably had different terminology when he was playing. But Brandon, have you heard anything from that podcast that you was like, damn, I didn't know that as a basketball player or a basketball fan? Like the way they talked about the game?
Not really. Like,
Not really? All right.
yeah, not really. It's
Yeah,
fans probably don't, because most fans never played basketball, so they just watch on TV. So
yeah. Well, the most organized basketball I ever played was Boys and Girls Club, and I didn't get those breakdowns. I understand the game, but the terminologies was what was more educational for me. The different terminologies. What about you, John?
Well, I played basketball growing up, and I played point guard as well. A lot of times it's just a different wording. I knew when he was saying it, I knew what the point he was making. Sometimes the wording is different, but once you understand the word he's saying, I understood exactly what he was talking about. So no, it was nothing new that I didn't know already. But I knew when I explained this to other people, I break down a little bit, and I know who didn't watch and who a fan. So.
True. All right, what about you, Travis? Is there anything about the Mind the Game? Have you been watching it that you've been saying to yourself, damn, I didn't know this about the game as far as the X's and O's, and now, but like how they break things down and they showing you stuff to give us a better understanding of what we're seeing?
To some degree, I think not necessarily just like their plays and everything else, but like just their schemes and whatnot. Like I didn't know, like when you're talking, or when they're asking them about certain series or certain plays or whatnot, or time frames. I think it's interesting to hear like what he's, because he gives you kind of an insight into like what the team manager was, what coach was thinking, or what he was thinking personally that maybe we don't hear or see ordinarily. Like when he was talking about how they were trying to improve their roster from 2011, 2012 to actually like win the title, and he was talking about how they were going to the gym to practice quarter three specifically. Yeah. And because he knew, because he was like, oh yeah, we have to pull so and so out of the paint, or we have to improve this aspect of our game. And those are things that like those are things that are interesting to me, as far as like what were their tactics towards and things like that, as opposed to just like so and so needs to be here and here. But there's definitely some things that you can learn. For sure.
Yeah, exactly. Like he said, he broke down how they had to change their offense from 2011 to 2012, and one of the key things was pushing Bosh to the fives to be able to hit those corner threes. All right, Ralph, what do you think, Ralph? Have you been watching Mind the Game podcast, and have you learned anything from JJ and LeBron talking X's and O's?
Yeah, like Brandon, I watched the first episode, but not the rest of them. But when y'all was talking about that Miami series, I think honestly, that was an excuse, bro. Because what John said, that Wade was supposed to be the closer. Well, he was the closer. Every fourth quarter, he led the fourth quarter in points, and he also had one bad game, was the closeout game. But shooting, his shooting percentages was great, other than the closeout game. He was shooting 40 plus, like 47 and 50 and 65% the whole series, game by game, except for when he shot 37% the last game. So Wade did his job. It was the others who didn't do their job.
He didn't. LeBron did the same thing. LeBron only had one bad game as well, and he shot well from the field. He shot 49% for the series.
No, he didn't do his job. 17 points or whatever he averaged.
Again, his job wasn't to average 25. He averages 25. Dwayne Wade doesn't average 25. That's the point.
Well, yes, he does, because they both had the most shot selections. I mean,
no, they didn't. No, he didn't. Both Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade took more shots than LeBron James in that series.
He sure did. I ask people all the time, did y'all watch the series?
Of course they didn't watch it.
Of course
they didn't watch it. I've been saying this for years. It was something going on between LeBron and Wade that whole series, and more stuff is coming out that they were making sure Dwayne Wade was that Finals MVP, and they was pushing LeBron back, and that's why next year they had to scrap that plan and say, "Here, we got to go with LeBron," because we tried to do it the Wade way. Wade couldn't finish the deal.
How Wade
Wade
couldn't
couldn't
finish the
finish the
deal when
deal.
he was the best player in the playoffs.
He couldn't
4-2.
finish the deal.
4-2. That's how they didn't finish the deal. They lost. He didn't finish
No,
the
they
deal.
was leaving
couldn't finish
LeBron
it.
open. He couldn't hit the open shots.
They were not leaving LeBron open. That's what you're
Now
lying,
I
bro.
know you didn't watch the
They
series.
were
Come
not
on, bro,
leaving
they
LeBron
did.
open. No, they did not. If they
not
left
leaving LeBron
LeBron
open.
James open, they would have not won the NBA Finals.
They were not. The Lakers. Miami.
Are you serious, bro?
Yes, I am
Yeah.
dead serious. I am as serious as can be. I'm a Miami Heat fan. I watched it. I remember it. I know it. I remember when Spoelstra went to Chip Kelly.
Mark Cuban broke it down for everybody about what they were doing.
Yes, he showed did. He
And
actually
Skip
said,
Bayless
LeBron,
had no clue.
On ESPN first take when he was saying what he was saying. That's because people wasn't giving giving the Mavericks the credit. They were talking about how LeBron.
And he broke it down what they were doing.
And he broke down what they were doing. He asked Skip Bayless. Skip Bayless said exactly what you said, that they let LeBron James shoot. And he asked them, why do you think we just let LeBron James shoot? And Skip Bayless couldn't explain it. He said, exactly, because you didn't see that. He said, no, we actually played LeBron James, and he actually did good. He said,
They forced him to be a shooter.
No, they forced him to be a passer. He said
They forced him to be a
passer. He said that they forced him to be a passer, and LeBron James made the right play every time, but his teammates missed the shots.
How they forced him to?
Because
be a
they're
passer when
playing zone defense. You can't attack the basket.
He was a naturally passer.
No,
already.
he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Again, the Heat were running. Again, who is going to be the best ball facilitator on Miami if it's not LeBron?
No, I was just talking about his identity, period.
No, but that's not how the Heat were playing. They, every series before that, him and Dwayne Wade would take turns attacking the basket. They couldn't. Okay, Dallas never let LeBron attack the basket.
Nope.
They said, you're not going to. Okay, so by that, they turned him into a passer. The Heat, in turn, said, yes, we're going to let LeBron be that passer because we're not going to make LeBron James force himself to score. We have Dwayne Wade. So we're going to let Dwayne Wade do it. Dwayne Wade has, sticking him? Has Jason Kidd on him. Has Jason Terry on him. It's going to be easier to give Dwayne Wade those shots than LeBron versus Sean Marion and a Chandler. That's what you guys don't fail to realize. So LeBron James became a passer just like he did against Boston. Just like he did against the other series and other games that Dwayne Wade went off in. Dwayne Wade was supposed to close out game 2. He messed up. He was supposed to close out game 4. He messed up. LeBron James didn't score nothing in any fourth quarter that the 2 games that they won, and they still won those games. It had nothing to do with LeBron James being a dominant scorer for them to win. If he was going to be that dominant scorer, Dwayne Wade would have never got his shots because LeBron would have been forcing bad shots.
So why was he shooting 42% then?
He shot 40. He shot 49% for that series, young man. He only averaged 18.
That was game 5.
Yeah, exactly. He had one bad in game 5. He had a triple double, and he only had one bad game. That was game 4, and that was the game that everybody blamed him for because again, that was after game 3 when Dwayne Wade told everybody, "I know how to win this NBA championship. I know how to get us there." And he scored 36 points, and they won game 3. LeBron had 2 points in the fourth quarter in game 3, and they won because Dwayne Wade went off. That's what the game plan was for. That's why the next year, which is what Travis is talking about, they had to get rid of those bums that he named them: Eric Dampier, Joel Anthony, not Arroyo, but the other big man, Eric Dampier. They had got rid of those guys so that they can put Chris Bosh at the 5, and now Chris Bosh was going to spread the floor. And even in the offseason, what he said was that they had what they call the Mac train lanes, which was the cut lanes, the slot cut lanes, where no big men could run in the break. So Chris Bosh, none of the big men could run in those lanes. They had to stay out of those ways. It was just for LeBron and Dwayne Wade because that's how they were going to dominate. And they ended up dominating and winning 2 back-to-back championships with that offense. They didn't do that in 2011.
Yeah, in 2011, they didn't really know what to do. They just thought they were just going to throw 3 players out there and play iso ball.
Nobody knew what they were doing.
It worked. It worked until they got to the finals.
Exactly.
And then they figure out, well, let's have a different game plan. They have a different game plan. Let's just let Wade lead us. No, they said let's let Wade lead us because this is Wade's team. That's simple what it was. And Dwayne Wade even told everybody what was going on. He said, I know how to win these games. They're going to follow me.
Yeah, I'm the leader. He did say that. I remember.
And then after that game, when he said that in game 3, that's when things changed.
And LeBron James did what he was supposed to do. He started passing more, like he did in Game 4, being the trying to figure out how to get their
But
shots.
Wade
Because
still had a total more assists than him.
Dwayne Wade had over 7 assists per game.
No, I said totals.
But
Nah, he
they
can't.
played the same amount of games.
They play the same amount of games.
Anyways,
Dwayne Wade didn't lead them in assists, bro.
I'm telling
Dwayne
you,
Wade did not lead them in assists.
they didn't. I'm telling you, they did not watch the game. He's telling you he didn't watch the game because he telling you about totals, but he can't tell you about what actually happened in the game. Just listen to him. I'm hearing him. He's telling you about stats, but he won't tell you about the game.
Listen, in the
I said almost the same amount. Wade had 31 and he had 41.
Okay, listen. LeBron James averaged 18 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting 48% from the field. He shot 45 versus Chicago the series before. He shot 47 against Boston the series before. He shot 47 against Philadelphia. He actually shot better versus Dallas than any other team during that playoffs.
I don't think people.
He just didn't shoot the ball. He just didn't shoot. Because
he
again,
catered to Wade. Simple as that. He catered to Dwayne Wade,
and that's what he was supposed to do. Y'all said that he joined Miami and they were a super team because he joined a Finals MVP, a guy who knew how to lead a team to a championship, and now he let that guy do his thing, and you're blaming him for letting that guy do his thing when y'all are saying that's what he should be doing.
Yeah, I always say that's a tough argument.
Go ahead,
man.
Ishmael. Go ahead, because you was arguing it too, Ishmael. You said you was a Heat fan like me, but you was 7 then. You was 7 then.
You said 7? No, I'm not 7.
How old were you in 2011?
I was in high school, man. I was like a sophomore or junior.
Right. You're
sophomore.
29. You're 29. So okay, you're right. My bad. Okay. Okay. So you was in high school. Okay, you were in high school.
I was playing high school basketball at the time.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, I played multiple sports, but to answer there's some things I learned. But high school is like, wait, B-Lee, did you play college ball?
Yeah.
Is it different? Like, I know high school is like, and I know college basketball players. High school is like more of a team set thing. Because I see like from the NBA, it's like you can do like call the plays individually to get your own points. Is college basketball similar to high school basketball, would you say?
I think college.
I wouldn't say that. Yeah, it depends on what type of coach you have in a high school. They usually call the plays. You do what the coach say in high school. It's not doing what you want to do. And college is even more strict.
Yeah.
You're in film all day, practice when you're not. All day. So it's
all day.
It's a lot in college.
Well, no, I know it's a lot. I know it's more rigorous. So I'm saying I'm talking about like in terms of plays, because it seemed like the NBA, from learning what JJ and LeBron was saying, it's like they get to call plays that kind of benefit them in a way. They need to score while like college and high school are like more team sets. Like
that's true. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, that's what
he was saying is college more similar to high school than the NBA, basically. That's what he's saying.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so like I understand like high school ball and I understand college. I never played. My brother was trying more to play college. He only played JUCO though, and he played pro-am. And I know guys that play college and whatnot, when they tell me like it is rigorous, and it's like it's still team type of thing. And that's why I see like when LeBron James and them, they talk about the differences in college, or even Kevin Durant talked about they still run the same old, and
same stats from when he was in college.
Yeah. And then so like that's what I've learned and understood those things. Some of the things it's like the wording, like what King John is saying, is different. You learn some of those things, but it's like put in more of a team aspect. It's not put as an individual aspect, And so that's what I understood from it. And so it seems like, you do have to have, because like the difference is that when you have more of a team aspect and you allow the coach to call the plays, it's that when you're a professional, it's like you have to know this stuff yourself. You have to be able to understand it yourself. While if you're in a team setting, the coach calls the play, you just run your role and you don't really think twice of what is going on around you. Does that make sense? I don't know.
It makes a lot of sense. And I want I want you to understand that when you hear a player say the coaches trust me, what he's saying is the coaches normally call the plays, but the coach know I got a better feel of the game because I'm out here. So he
Mhm.
allowed me to make some of the calls of the plays in the game because I got a better feel, and that's what players be meaning when he say the coaches trust me. And a lot of times that
Okay.
come with experience. If you got a younger team, yes, especially in high school and college, you got younger players and the coaches is calling all the plays. But if you even in college when you got older players, their junior, senior year, or even they get their fifth year, if the coaches believe in you, they would allow you to make some of them plays, call some of them plays, and allow you to run the offense if the coaches trust you. And that's what they mean when they say the coaches trust me.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I got what you're saying. Like, yeah, I'm familiar with basketball and terminologies, a lot of stuff. I just didn't try to play college basketball. I ran track after high school. Like, I ran JUCO, and then I
That's,
quit because it was just too much for me. But it's
that's
like,
part of that's part of the reason you should have played because you know a lot of the coaches make you run track after the season anyway.
yeah,
So
yeah. I ran track afterwards, and I
that's
didn't care about
my high school.
basketball
Yeah.
Only reason I
anymore.
even ran track in high school was because coach made
Only
us
thing
run
I'll say,
track
yeah.
at so that's the
Okay.
only reason.
Only thing I'll say about that, Isabel, are just, I mean, if we're talking, still talking about like the kind of the 2011 series, is that even the two series before that, LeBron still outshot Wade and took the most shots on the team by far. I mean, both those series. The only difference in the why we say Wade closed out the Boston series is because he shot so much better from the field than LeBron. Was LeBron did he have a horrible or series percentage wise? Not technically, but nobody told him to shoot 5 for 16 through in the fourth quarter through the first 5 games. That's where the game was won or lost. That whole series was within 5 or 6 points on average. So LeBron shooting that poorly was that the only reason they lost? No, there was a lot of like encapsulations, but when you shoot that poorly when it's crunch time, and it wasn't like he wasn't taking shots. Those were he was taking most of the team's shots. Again, when they were trying to get back or close out the games, that he was just missing. Also, uh, Wade was Wade and Bosch were the only ones actually contributing and like shooting a good percentage, like when the rubber met the road.
Travis,
Now, was it like
Travis, stop lying. How many shots LeBron James took in Game 4 that they lost in the fourth quarter?
oh was he well the one where he was 2 for 4? Sure.
No.
When he was
Game 4 when they lost Game 4 and they were up in that fourth quarter. How many shots did LeBron James take in that fourth quarter and the Miami Heat lost?
you just said Game 1.
No, I said Game 4.
He took
They
one
won.
shot.
They won Game 1. Why are you bringing up Game 1? They didn't lose. They won Game 1. They
He
lost
took
Game
one
2
shot.
and Game 3. Let's start with Game 4 because they lost Game 2 and Game 4. How many? Because Game 4 was the real problem. How many shots did LeBron James take in the fourth quarter? Because you just sat here and said that LeBron James, it wasn't like he wasn't shooting. We sat here and told you he wasn't shooting in the fourth quarter. How many shots did he take in the fourth quarter in Game 4? The
Game
game
4
that they choked. Yes.
over 1.
He took
So
one
Game
shot. How many,
2,
shot, how many
over
shots
4.
did Dwayne Wade take?
Game 3, 1 for 3. Game 5, 1 for 4. So he is sitting there. He's taking his shots. It's not like he's not. He's not like he's inactive.
He's not taking. They're taking his game away from him. Like you're not going to have LeBron playing a lesser role and think he's going to produce the same. You're taking the ball. Wade had the ball. Wade had the highest usage rate during that series for a reason. LeBron was third. They
Sure.
took the ball out of LeBron James' hand for a reason.
But
They
if you're trying
wanted
to say the
Dwayne
narrative
Wade to
was that
carry
we
him.
let, if you're trying to say the narrative was that we let this is Wade's series to win and lose,
No,
that's
but
false.
they win Game 3. They win Game 3. LeBron goes 1 of 3 in the fourth quarter for 2 points.
Okay, so they won
They won-
despite him.
So, but they lose because of him.
This is a
right
tough
about
argument, man. For
Wait,
2011, I mean,
because even if we go to
You
Game
can't
5,
spin this in a way where
when we go to
LeBron
Game
had a good
5,
series. You just can't do it.
when we go to Game 5 and LeBron James gives you a triple double, right? And Dwayne Wade scores 10 points in the fourth quarter, right? They still lose that series. They still lose that game. LeBron James is still giving you a triple double. So what do you want him to do? You want him to take Udonis Haslam's 4 for 4. Dwayne Wade is 3 of 6. So you want LeBron James to do what? Make one more basket? How many? What is that going to help them?
No, I want my back-to-back MVP to not
Uh-huh.
be so passive and take over in the fourth quarter is when he's supposed to.
But you're not Spoelstra, and that's why you're not an NBA coach. Spoelstra didn't say to do that. That's why Spoelstra had to go to Chip Kelly in the offseason to change his offense, because Spoelstra didn't do that. Spoelstra didn't say, you know what, LeBron James the back-to-back MVP, and I want you to dominate. He said, no, LeBron, let Dwayne Wade do it.
That's
He
not
trusted,
true, Johnny.
Yes, he did. He trusted Dwayne Wade more.
In the whole second half of that game you're talking about, Brown was 4 for 9 while playing 24, while Wade only played 16 minutes. It was 4 for 7, 57% shooting.
What game is that now? Say that again.
That was game 5, like you said. The whole second half.
Okay, so that means LeBron James enters the halftime. He goes 3 for 5, scores 6 points on 2 assists, right? And he goes into the fourth quarter and he decides to let Dwayne Wade take off, because Dwayne Wade goes from taking how many shots in the third quarter? 1. And now it's Dwayne Wade's turn. He gets 6 shots in the fourth quarter. Again, they were going to Dwayne Wade in the fourth quarter to close out games. That was Miami's game plan. They thought that Dwayne Wade could take advantage of Dallas more than LeBron could. And you guys agreed because you say this motherfucker did it in 06.
Which he did.
So why would you not want him to do it in 2011? Because you think LeBron should be Michael Jordan?
Because is Wade the back-to-back league MVP in 2011?
Dwayne Wade's the final.
Was he winning back-to-back MVPs before he did it in 2006? And he told Shaq to sit the fuck down, let me take over and win this championship for us?
Yeah, that was 5 years before that.
No,
Why would he do the same player?
So what you're agreeing with me is that Dwayne Wade isn't that dude, like I've always tell y'all. Y'all told me I was a hate on Friday night, and that the Miami Heat 2011 team was not a championship team. Because if LeBron James decided to take off and do what he wanted to do, Dwayne Wade doesn't get his shots, and the Heat still lose.
But Brown was the one saying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, not Wade. So he put that target on himself.
So now it's about a parade.
So now it's about the Miami Heat.
What that have to do with anything? But the thing is, we see what Wade did in 2006 versus Dallas. They wanted to do the same thing. They thought that's the best way they was going to win. Simple as that. And it wasn't. So the next year they had to say, okay, let's do it. We got the best player in the league. Let's go off of him. And they won back-to-back titles.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what it is. They thought that Wade was going to be like Wade in 2006, and he wasn't.
But that man shot 60% from the free throw line, though. Maybe he was a better free throw shooter, and don't worry about them, like y'all said, take away his driving lanes or whatever, making him a passer. Maybe he can get to the line.
Well, it doesn't have to do with anything when Wade had the highest usage rate in that series.
Wait. Listen, oh my God. LeBron James is called a flopper. So what y'all are saying is that y'all want LeBron James to
not back then.
What y'all are saying is that LeBron James should rely on the referee to call fouls for him. That's what you guys are asking LeBron James to do.
No, we asked him to be the physical specimen that he been.
He was a physical specimen. He was a physical specimen enough. Listen, again, Dallas wouldn't have beat him after that. They wouldn't have beat the 2012 Heat. They wouldn't have beat the 2013 Heat. They wouldn't have beat the 2014 Heat. They wouldn't have beat no team after that. They were able to beat the 2011 Heat because LeBron James didn't have enough with Dwayne Wade. That it wasn't enough. They needed to have another added addition to it so that you couldn't just play the defense you did against LeBron. That's what you guys are failing to realize. Sean Merriman, Ice Chandler are elite defenders. They can keep in front of LeBron. They can keep LeBron from getting his shots. So why are you going to force it when you have a Dwayne Wade versus a Terry and a Jason Kidd? You guys don't know basketball.
That's not true, sir.
So you didn't see the way Dallas was. Anytime Brown would try to get to the basket, how they would bring up players to stop him, force him to pass the ball, because Dallas wanted Wade to beat them. Dallas said, if Wade beat us, we lose.
But the problem is he historically have trouble versus the little guys, i.e. Deshaun Stevenson, i.e. Lance Stevenson.
Yes, now we making
JJ Barrera.
When did LeBron James have trouble versus short guys? When?
Yeah, we making up stuff.
Wait,
When?
what do you mean? Deshaun
No,
Stevenson
tell
gave
me
him
when. Tell me when.
in that
When
Dallas
was Deshaun
series.
Stevenson?
JJ Barrera
How
and
did
Deshaun
JJ
Stevenson.
Why y'all making stuff
switch on
up,
him like
man?
twice?
JJ
I told
Making
you
anything
they
up.
make up stuff. They make up stuff.
Hold up.
It's not making nothing up.
JJ Barrera switched on him twice. How did he have trouble versus him?
You talking about he did not switch on twice the whole series.
How many times did he switch on him?
Watch this.
It was more than twice. I don't.
Okay, how many times did he switch on him? Like 20, 30, 50?
JJ Barea.
3?
It could be. It could be. I'm guessing it could be from 15 to 20 plus times.
Okay, 15 to 20 times, even though there's only one picture of JJ Barrera, JJ guarding LeBron James.
They show the
The whole
same picture. They show the
The
same
whole
picture.
series. But JJ Barrera, he had trouble scoring versus JJ Barrera because of he was too quick for him. I'm not sure. And then you said Deshaun Stevenson, who's
No, because the little guys when they lean up on him and all that,
they what?
and the space and all that, the help defender can come over quickly because they stop him from driving. He's not going to respect that.
Okay, so what that have to do with shorter guys, the help guy? I don't understand what that supposed to mean. You said he has trouble versus shorter guys, and you're talking about the
because
help
they're quick enough to stop him in his tracks. He's not expecting that.
Because they were playing 3 versus 5 the whole series.
Okay, so you say historically LeBron James cannot score on smaller players.
No, I'm not saying he can't score. I said have trouble.
He has trouble. Historically, he has trouble versus small guys because they know how to beat him to his spot. Is that what you're
Correct. Yes, sir.
saying? Okay.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying truly stop him because we seen.
And then you said the only players who did this is JJ Barrera and Deshaun Stevenson.
And I said Lance Stevenson did it before
Lance
a
Stevenson
few times
stopped him.
when he played with the Pacers.
You said Lance Stevenson.
Wait,
You
what do you
talking
mean
about
stopping?
the times that they could beat LeBron James was because of Lance Stevenson stopped him.
No, I'm just saying when they put Lance on him when he was in that Pacers series, he had trouble.
No, he didn't. What series?
Well,
Yeah.
why did Paul George say that made it worse every time Lance Stevenson came on him? His teammate.
When he said that.
Because Paul George said you're irritating LeBron James and I have to guard him. You switch on him once or twice, you irritate him, then he destroys me. Why didn't they just keep Lance Stevenson on him if it was such a problem? Why do they have to put 6'9" Paul George on LeBron if this 6'4" guy could stop him?
I never said he stopped him. They stopped him.
Slows him down. Because if shorter players could slow him down, LeBron James would have never been great. If they just put a smaller player on him.
That's not true.
Yeah, they don't put smaller players on for a reason.
So we acting like Deshaun Stevenson in Washington never gave him problems.
He didn't give him problems.
Okay. Didn't give him problems, but Jay-Z and them was really
When
beefing.
did they?
It was really beefing.
Jay-Z.
He was beefing.
Jay-Z.
I gotta stop watching these shows and
Y'all
believe
really need to stay off
Watching those shows.
Y'all really need to stay off TikTok.
Ladies and
What do you
gentlemen.
mean? Maverick Carter said it himself on the Breakfast Club. That was a real thing.
Here go. Ladies and gentlemen, he said, Maverick. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, LeBron James in 2012 against Indiana, which was being stuck by 6'4" Stevenson, averaged 30 points, 11 rebounds, and 6 assists, shooting 50% from
Come
the
on,
field.
bro. That's misleading. You know I ain't never said the whole game. I said on certain occasions.
But why don't you do him the whole game then?
Because he's not going to guard him the whole game because he's not a elite player, meaning he's not going to have all them minutes like a Paul George.
Because he's not going to be able to stop LeBron James at all. That's why. Just say that. Because he can't stop LeBron James at all.
I'm saying these little guys are great help defenders.
No, they're not. No, they're not. Roy Hibbert is a great help. Roy Hibbert is a great help defender. David West is a great help defender. Tyson
Stop him
Cameron
from getting into the lane?
Yeah, because guess what? Yes, because how you gonna get to the lane if I'm standing in it? There's no lane for you there. I'm standing in the lane. Where you going?
We need to have a movie night and watch these plays.
Hey, Johnny, that's a tough argument, man.
Yo, oh my God!
LeBron
Y'all don't
played
watch basketball.
basketball.
Wait, listen. Hold on. You guys have been a part.
Man.
Ishmael, I'm gonna let you speak. Okay, listen. You guys have been a part of GOAT James Kingdom well enough to know that we know the game. I've showed you guys countless times how players sit in the lane, the driving lane, which means that once there's a guy sticking the guy, there's another guy behind him as a help defender who's not guarding nobody. He's guarding the lane. He's preventing the baseline drive, or he's preventing the middle of the lane drive. You're not going to be able to get to the lane. There is no lane. There's a guy at the elbow or there's a guy at the baseline. What lane is LeBron James going to get?
Do you know what that used to be called, guys? It used to be called illegal defense. It used to be a technical foul.
Go ahead, Ishmael. This is why Go James Kingdom is needed, y'all.
It's the narrative that goes with it. I agree with you that, like I said in the on Friday, I agree with you. Yeah, the roster was not complete in terms of, especially the bench. They still had Joel Anthony, I think 2012 and 2013, I think, but the roster wasn't complete. Players was riddled with injuries. They was getting rid of guys during the middle of the season, like Arroyo, and so they didn't really have a in-depth plan on how to be able to be a championship team. But they still was able to get to the finals, regardless of the challenges they had came in the season. And the thing is that it didn't matter because LeBron James, they made the narrative LeBron James was playing with bums and taking them to deep into the playoffs, like deep runs in the playoffs, and he had no help. And so now so the thing is that it shouldn't matter if LeBron was playing with an incomplete lineup in the death or whoever he was playing with. As long as if he had some type of help, another star or a few stars on his team, they should have won it regardless. And they was able to get to the finals. So it's just really difficult to argue in favor of that, they weren't a championship team. They was able to make it to the finals no matter the roster. LeBron has done this before with the Cleveland Cavaliers, so he should have been able to win it this time, at least having some stars. So that's what I'm saying. And then the fact is that he was only averaging 17 points a game. That 8 points a game really hurt him, and it made it really like he was not putting out an effort offensively, except passing, of course.
I just don't see how y'all think LeBron James team is just better enough to win a championship because he has Dwayne Wade. Just having him and Dwayne Wade is not enough to win a championship. They were lucky to be in the finals. They were not even projected to beat Boston or even the Bulls. And I can prove it.
So why did they did it because they were better?
No, because during that NBA season, the Miami Heat was 1-3 versus Boston. That same NBA season, they were 0-3 versus Chicago. That same NBA season, the Miami Heat were under 500 versus winning record teams. They were not a good team. That time, that was the worst Miami Heat team y'all were going to ever see was that 2011 Miami Heat. From there on out, they were only going to get better because they had 7 or 8 guys that had 1-year contracts. They didn't have an actual roster. They just threw a bunch of players in to fill in a roster just to get to the next season. They were not a championship roster. No, they weren't. Oh, you know what, Brandon? Bring up the graph that I got here to show it to you guys. Again, I
always say this. Remember, I always say this when they had the best record in Cleveland for 2 straight years. You're like, that doesn't mean anything. Okay, because their roster was drafted. Like the playoffs are a different story, right?
and that's why they only made the finals once.
Yeah, that's a trash roster right there.
The Miami Heat is not making the finals the next year with the same roster. That's why they had to overhaul the roster. They're not making. They're not making the finals in 2012 with that same roster. They had to get better.
And they was a dogfight versus Boston that next year. Boston even went up. They was up 3-2 in that series.
They went. It took one of the greatest performances, if not the greatest player performance of all time, for the Heat to win that Game 6 in Boston because of LeBron James. And then they still had to win a Game 7 and won it. But that Cleveland Cavalier team wasn't going to make multiple finals run. They only made 1 finals, and that was because Boston wasn't existing around. Orlando wasn't around. Chicago wasn't around.
Yeah, but they were still going to Eastern Conference Finals, semifinals. They were still an Eastern Conference Finals team. They just needed another piece to it.
And they got exposed every
He
time.
only went to the Eastern Conference Finals twice in Cleveland, right?
Yeah, 3 times. No, he went 3 times in Cleveland. He won against Detroit in 07. He went against Boston in 08 and in Boston in 2010.
He went.
No. It wasn't Boston. It was Orlando. Orlando in 2009. Yeah. They faced Orlando in the Eastern Conference.
I thought Orlando was the second round.
Nah, Orlando was in the Eastern
That was
Conference
the
Finals.
Conference
That was
Finals.
the Eastern Conference Finals. They got exposed because again, he even said it too. They built their whole team to try to beat Boston. That's why they went and got Ben Wallace and Shaq and all that shit, and then they faced Boston. They ended up facing.
The Heat could have won the title if they had a better game plan. You cannot make
That's true.
LeBron
That's true.
number 3. He had Bosh had a higher usage rate than LeBron James. I mean, everyone they put LeBron James 3rd. That's how the offense ran. And then the following year, LeBron James had the highest usage rate every series.
So are we saying that, or are you guys saying that LeBron is not the main one at fault? It's a collection of things, the coaching, the style, the system that they were running. Is that what you guys were saying?
Strategy. It was clearly the strategy.
It was game strategy, coaching strategy.
Yeah, clearly the strategy.
And that's what Dallas said, and that's what Dallas said. That's what the players say. That's what everybody says.
That's what the stats say. That's what the advanced stats say.
Yep. Even Spoelstra said it. That's why Spoelstra went to go talk to Chip Kelly that offseason to learn how to add the spread offense to basketball. And then he basically invented small ball. He decided to put LeBron at center.
It's crazy because Andre Iguodala actually said that Miami Heat team invented small ball. He said it on the show opposite of anything talking about that Miami team. When they were just asking him about small ball in Golden State, he said people don't recognize that Miami Heat team is the one who invented it. He said, "Do y'all remember LeBron playing center and Bosh playing center?" He actually broke it down.
That's cat. Don Nelly was playing small ball.
Okay.
What are we talking
I'm telling you what Andre Iguodala said.
Okay, but we all know Don Nelson is the king of small ball, though.
Where?
Phoenix Suns were playing small ball all week for that.
Where?
And the Lakers won.
When were Phoenix Suns playing? They were playing a fast-paced offense, but they didn't
small
have
ball with Magic as the center.
And who at the
Magic?
center?
Magic? Who?
When Magic was playing the center, they was playing small ball.
When?
That's
When?
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 When did Magic play center?
I'll tell y'all, boy.
When was
Magic
that?
changed the game.
That's not true.
When was
That is
this?
true.
That's not true.
Ralph, when was
That's
this?
not true.
So Magic did
I
not
don't
play
know what
center?
he's talking about.
When was this?
I don't.
Not Ralph Alexander, the other Ralph.
Wait.
When was this?
Is
When
that-
did the Lakers invent small ball
Is
with
that Ralph
Kareem?
Alexander? Ralph.
Yeah, what's going on, brother?
What's up?
We need a
What's up,
savior,
Ralph?
man.
What's
We need a savior, Ralph. These guys are
I
throwing
got a little
narratives
bit of
left and
time
Ralph.
on my hands.
It's a narrative. It's a
Right.
fact.
Answer this.
Go ahead.
When did the Lakers
represent
start
my
small
name.
ball with Magic?
What do you mean? The last game
The last
when he
game
played
what?
when he played center and they won the chip when Kareem was out?
He only tipped off. He wasn't the center. He didn't play the
They
center.
played
He
one
didn't
game.
tip.
Yes,
He
he
didn't
did.
play center. He did the
He played
tip.
one game because of
Hold on.
because Kareem was hurt.
Hold on. Let's
They
kill
didn't
that.
invent small
Let's
ball.
kill that narrative.
That's
Let's kill that
small
narrative.
ball.
He did the tip. He did the tip. That wasn't.
He was
didn't
not
play-
the center.
He didn't play
He didn't play center the
Yes,
whole
he
game.
was.
He did the tip.
No, come on, bro. Stop that.
That's it.
If you want to say small ball, if you want to say small ball, you can say the Suns. Now the Suns, you can say
When?
that for having Sean Marion that power forward when they were running the 7 seconds offense. That's small ball. I will say that, but not.
No, he
Don Nelly,
wasn't.
Don Nelson created small ball though.
No, wait a minute. When did they run the small ball?
Other Ralph, you keep saying so many wrong things.
What do you mean?
Other Ralph might have to just be quiet for the rest of the show.
So you
Yes.
telling me Don Nelson did not run the small ball line?
You just said
Oh,
Magic
what?
Johnson.
Don Nelson.
I mean, you just keep
Golden
flipping and
State?
flopping.
With Golden
Magic
State?
played it, but he did. But what's the name? Evolutionized and
What you
created.
talking about? 07, we
Ralph.
believe. You talking about
Ralph,
them?
the
Okay.
Suns,
what's up?
Ralph Alexander, the Suns never ran small ball. They
Yeah.
had Boris Diaw, Kurt Thomas, and
were
what's it called, playing center for them. They never ran.
No.
small, again,
Even
small
I'm
ball
talking about
was
before
throwing
them.
somebody like LeBron. No, I'm talking about throwing somebody like a LeBron or a Draymond Green at center. If you you know what, if you really want to say that, maybe Chicago, because I think they used to throw Rodman at center for
Robin
certain,
at center, yeah.
and maybe you can say they did, but I don't think they ran it for
But
stretch
then
out.
they didn't do that to spread the floor either. Like Miami
No,
did
yeah.
it specifically to spread the
To
floor with
spread
all
the
shooters
floor.
on the floor.
But
Also
what's Nelly ball, y'all?
We don't know. You
No, I'm
tell us.
talking.
No,
Nelly ball. It's
is
an offensive strategy in
no,
basketball.
No.
it's
See,
Tell
this
us,
is what
Ralph.
I'm
Nelly
talking
ball
about.
is
Hey, Johnny, Johnny.
uh-huh.
Like the year
Mhm.
I'm talking about is '05 when they started. They started Amari Stoudemire at center. They started Sean Mary, Joe Johnson, Quentin Richardson, Steve Nash. That's why we're talking about the
But
small
you
ball
know,
in the five.
those
Let
are
me see.
appropriate fourth and fives, though.
Well, Amari Stoudemire is a power forward. He's
He's a
really a
big
power
man.
forward. And
He's
then
a big
and
man.
then
Amari's a big
Sean
man.
Marion at 6'7", he playing a power forward.
He
That's
always averaged
unrealistic.
double
Like
digit rebounds. He could play big
just
man
hey,
ball.
that's well and fine playing averaging the double double,
No, I
but
mean,
he is a
but I
small
don't
forward.
know. But he doesn't. But he doesn't play out. That's what I'm saying. The spread ball and the small ball is to spread the court, like Brandon said. Sean Marion's not spreading the floor. The thing about the Suns' offense was they were able to run the wings well because you had a Sean Marion and a Stoudemire. They both ran the wings very well, and obviously a big man running the wings like a Stoudemire is the thing. But again, Stoudemire's a big man. The Heat legitimately would play a five without Bosh and put LeBron at the five. Like they would put Shane
That is,
Battier.
I
They would put Shane
I would say
Battier at
that's
the four.
legitimate.
Yeah, they used to put Shane Battier at the four, Mike Miller at the three, LeBron James and Chalmers, and then LeBron would play the five. Or Norris Cole at the point guard. They literally used to play small ball, like that, and run like
But
that.
they
That's
would
the
they,
definition of Nelly
would
ball.
run those 5-on-5s like that, like when they subbed in. But when I'm saying as far as a starter, like
No,
starting
not
the
starter.
game,
No, yeah, no.
that's why I'm
obviously,
saying
Bosh
like
was
I would
always
say
a
the
starter.
Suns.
Bosh was
That's why
always
I'm
a
saying.
starter. Yeah,
That's
Bosh
why I'm
was
saying
always a starter.
compared. That's why I'm
Uh-huh.
saying like with the Suns, those were the starters that I named.
Yeah, no, you're right. In 2005, the starting five for the Suns was Nash, Richardson, Joe Johnson, Sean Marion, and Stoudemire. But again, Stoudemire and Sean Marion are inside guys. They're not playing on the outside. So like what LeBron was saying was during that offseason, what he did, what Spoelstra did was he basically told the big men, you're not allowed to run those slot cuts. When you know how everybody said you need a big man to run up the middle, like you're not, like all the big men had to run the outside on the breaks. The middle three lanes were only for LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and the guy who had the ball, or another slash player. They changed. He basically tried to take that spread offense, which was great in college then with Chip Kelly, and try to implement it in basketball. And he basically revolutionized basketball. And I used to hate on Spoelstra, but now that I come to think about it and what LeBron talks about, I remember that they did change the game. Even though Bosh didn't take more threes, but he did start playing more on the perimeter. They had smaller lineups. They brought in Shane Battier, which would help because Shane could play the 3, 4, or the 2. So and they had Mike Miller back because Mike Miller was healthy. Mike Miller had hurt his finger or his thumb, something with his hand the season before in 2011. So the Heat got better in 2012. They had a more filled out roster and a better, like Brandon said, a better game plan and strategy, revolving solely about LeBron.
They added shooters in 2012 to spread out that offense. See, compared to 2011, they didn't have those shooters like that, and that's how the Mavericks. That's why they ran that zone, having a main player on LeBron to where they alleviated him from driving to the paint, but they couldn't contain both Wade and Bosh. So they like what Dallas felt like they should have done is actually attack more LeBron because he's the more effective player. So that's the reason why you've seen D Wade scored the way he did because they wanted to sacrifice D Wade scoring because LeBron's scoring was more impactful than D Wade's at that time.
Yeah, and Dallas was smart for that because Miami played right into their hands. Miami played right into their hands because they kept it. They were smart too. After Game 3, they adjusted. They benched Deshaun Stevenson and brought in JJ Barrera to start the games. Because y'all got to remember, the starting lineup usually isn't your ending lineup, but it helps you get to that end lineup. It helps you get to that closing lineup. So they figured out, okay, Deshaun Stevenson is not that effective because again, we don't need him. Let's give them Dwayne Wade, and the Heat fell right into it. The Heat saw that, okay, they're not changing the coverage on Dwayne Wade. Fine, we're just gonna keep going Dwayne Wade. And meanwhile, all Dallas focused on was keeping LeBron from attacking the paint and also attacking Chalmers and those other guys, like when they brought in Mike Miller or James Jones. on the defensive side, and that's how come Barrera went off and how Terry went off, because those were the guys that were guarding them.
And
That was
during
an
that
issue.
And
Uh-huh.
during that off season, LeBron worked on his shot. That's the reason why 2012, 2013, you seen him shooting at a high clip. If you look at from even the regular season, like his 3-point percentage improved from 2011 to 2012 and 13 when he was shooting like 38 and 40% those back-to-back years, if I'm saying correctly.
Yeah,
That
he know
he
he
improved
got.
dramatically in his shots within that
Mhm.
time because when in 2011 when they did run that zone, LeBron was very hesitant of shooting the shot to where the next year you seen a whole different. That's why he had that possess game against Boston. Like yo, he was hitting from everywhere to where you couldn't stop him.
Yeah, but again,
Like so,
it's hard to take a bad shot, and again, if you miss, you're not gonna have the right position to rebound. You're running a game plan. It's a lot different. That's what he was talking about. The whole bag talk is real stupid because just because you have a bag and you want to go 1-on-1, you have to understand the game of basketball, what we're doing. So yeah, he could have probably took JJ Barrera all those times and got to the lane and try to shoot a shot over Tyson
nah, he
Chandler or
couldn't have done
just.
that.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The
Because
Heat would have lost
if he would have
worse.
done, if he, yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Because if he would have
yeah.
done that, he would have been met at the paint with Tyson Chandler. Now he's being double teamed to where he's going to force a
And
bad shot.
Brandon Haywood, who's a smart basketball player. Again, these guys know what they all knew their roles. And the Miami Heat, again, it was always 3 versus 5 on the basketball court because Chalmers and Joel Anthony was doing nothing, nothing. Haslam,
Yeah, Joel
nothing.
Anthony, he was trash.
They're not doing nothing. There's
He was
nothing to
trash.
worry about those guys on both sides of the floor. They're not stopping. Udonis is not stopping Dirk.
No,
So Bosh
I
takes a
mean
break.
honestly, Bosch wasn't doing nothing either against him.
No, I know that, but at least Bosch is a little bit better. Again, the length is different. Dirt has to shoot over Bosch. Shooting over Haslam is nothing. Haslam 6'8", 6'7".
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the point. Like that's just the difference in the game. Again, it wasn't just Dirk Nowitzki. It was Jason Terry. It was JJ Barrera. They were able to go off because they knew the Heat didn't have enough. Because Dwayne Wade has to guard Jason Kidd. Because you can't let Jason Kidd just dribble up the floor. Like I said, you can't give a point guard an open floor to just pass wherever he wants to. You have to press him. You have to
During
do
that time,
something.
Jason Kidd was a better shooter, and you couldn't leave him open anyway.
Exactly. And he was 9 and 8 easily. 9 and 8 with playing 20-something minutes. Imagine that. 27 minutes, giving you 9 points and 8 assists. Come on, man. It's killing you. It's basketball. But this is what we do.
He was hitting them spot up threes too. He was knocking them down.
But I got something for y'all. I got something for y'all. Coming this Friday, after this last week's show, I got something for y'all. This Friday night exposure, I got something for y'all.
Hey man, I had a little bit of time. I had to hit up Raiders, like send me the link. I'm chop it up a little bit. I just want to
appreciate it,
put my
Ralph,
two.
man.
I definitely want to put my 2 cents. I was listening and I was like, what?
Okay,
I
all
gotta
right,
bring some
before you go though, we were talking LeBron James and how he's playing this year. So I got 2 questions for you. Is
Yeah.
LeBron James a top 5 player this season with the way he's playing? And do you see the Lakers making a push for the playoffs to the finals as good as they've been playing lately?
I think LeBron is probably about 6 or 7.
Okay.
I think he's
You had
6
him
or
top
7.
10 in the beginning of the season, right? When you was here, you did have.
I had
top
him at
10.
the lower part. I had him at the lower
Okay.
part. He actually climbed up a little bit because I
Okay.
mean, even though he's not scoring the way he is, he's actually pacing himself to his age, which is which is smart. And he's still averaging at 25, but he's shooting at a great clip. The second question, the Lakers, it depends on where they go. You know, if they are in that 7 seed, I don't see them getting past the first round. I'm gonna be honest, because they're gonna have to play. They're gonna have to play the Nuggets, and Jamal Murray is coming back, and I don't think they get past them. I think it'll be more competitive than last year. I think it'll go I think it'll go to 6 games, but if they match up with the Nuggets, no. Now if they get if they get the 8th seed and they gotta face who is it? The Timberwolves right now in
Well,
first.
no,
I
Denver's
believe.
number 1. Denver's number 1 by now by half a game.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Oh, they
that.
number 1.
By
So
half
they
a
must
game.
have.
By half a game. And
So they
Minnesota
must
play the
have
Lakers
just got
tonight.
it.
Yeah, the Lakers play Minnesota tonight. So
They must have got the first seed then because I
Yeah,
remember the
they did. Yeah,
Timberwolves
they
was
did. It's only a half a game,
all
right?
right.
It's just a half a game.
So
It's just a half a game.
if they go in the seventh seed and have to play the Timberwolves at Timberwolves, I'm gonna tell you, even though Cat went down, Nas Reed been balling. He's been hooping, and he gives a different dynamic to that team because now Nas Reed is a better defender than Cat. He can stretch the floor, not as well as Cat, but he can still stretch that floor to where now you got Rudy Gobert that's solely in the paint. So I mean, if they match up with them, that's going to be a tough one because remember last year in that playing game that they didn't have the two best defenders in Jaden McDaniels and Rudy Gobert, and they struggled with them. So now they have those players. I mean, I think I think that series would probably go to 6 as well if they matched up with the Timberwolves. I'll say they beat them though. They'll beat the Timberwolves.
Basically, all right. So to be honest with you, the Lakers could be anybody but Denver to you, correct?
I think the Clippers too. Now,
The
I don't
Oh,
Clippers.
think
because
they
they
can.
wouldn't
I
play the
don't think.
Clippers.
I
They
don't
would
think
play
they can.
OKC.
You don't think the Lakers could beat the Clippers?
I don't think they can beat the
The
Clippers.
Clippers, not the damn Clippers. Bro.
I don't think they
The
beat the
thing is,
Clippers.
here's my thing. Here's my thing. The reason
They
why I
won
say that
3-1. They
because
won season series this year. 3-1.
huh?
You know the Lakers beat the Clippers 3 times this year, right?
It's the Clippers. It
Hey,
doesn't matter. It's
hey,
the
that's
Clippers.
one of them. Hey, they got their number this year. Now, now
It's the
here's the thing.
Clippers. I
When it
can't
comes
believe
to
people
the
believe in the
playoffs,
Clippers. How can you
the
believe in the
reason being,
Clippers?
the reason being is because I'm looking at how the way they would play against the Lakers. They could throw different defenders to LeBron, such as Kawhi and PG. Now, Anthony Davis gonna. The only way the Lakers would be able to beat them if Anthony Davis go dumb. He
Oh
would have
my
to go
God.
dumb.
Ralph, it's the Clippers. That's like saying the Cowboys are winning the Super Bowl.
Nah, but the thing is, here's my thing. It's like what they've been doing. Like at the beginning of the season, they wound up getting James Harden. At first, they were starting Westbrook. When they put Westbrook to the bench and James Harden started, they only lost 8 games throughout the whole tandem before Westbrook went down. They only lost 8 games. They were on a tear.
Yeah,
Not
I
them,
know, but
not
it's
them
the
first, not them
Clippers.
first 10 games, Ralph. You
It's
remember
the
the first 10 games they didn't
Clippers.
win.
But also, who knows
Well, the
if
reason
Kawhi's
why
going to
is
be there?
because yeah,
Yeah,
that's that.
exactly.
Yeah, everybody's
Exactly.
got to be healthy. Everybody's got to be healthy to be the. If they have one mishap or somebody getting hurt, nah, the Lakers gonna take that serious.
The
There's no doubt.
Cowboys don't have a championship in the 2000s. We don't count the 1900s. We done with the
Oh my
1900s.
God,
Ralph,
this
the
man
comments, Ralph.
said
It's the
this man
comments,
said
Ralph.
he's a Cowboys.
Hey,
No,
Ralph,
man.
I got a question for Ralph.
What's up, John?
How you feel about your Knicks now that
Yeah. All right. It really hurt me that Julius Randle went down, but OG is back. That's good. I don't see us getting past Boston. I'm not gonna lie because we will have to face them in the second round. I feel like we could beat Orlando, but
yeah.
that second round we're not gonna win against Boston. There's no chance for us. I mean, I had some faith in them when Julius Randle was there. I don't have faith now. I'm a honest Knicks fan, but
Ralph, that's wrong. Because you was blaming him. Now he's not here, and you crying for him to come back and help
I
me.
still want to trade him. I still want to trade him, but he's still. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I just feel like he's not a good fit for the
Okay,
players that we have.
But this is what I'm going to leave you with, Ralph. This is what I'm going to leave you with. And all of y'all know this. My boy is back. Not Jimmy.
Who?
Not Himmy.
Oh, you talking about Tyler Hero?
Tyler
I knew you
Hero.
were gonna say
Get
Tyler
out
Hero.
of here!
Hero.
Get out
Tyler
of here,
Hero
man!
is back.
Yo,
My
hold
boy
on. First and
Tyler
foremost,
Hero is
where
back.
y'all at right now? Y'all,
We're
what?
7th seed. We're the 7th seed.
Y'all the 7th seed.
No matter
So
what seed we are.
if
We
y'all
got
get the
playoff
7th
Jimmy
seed,
and Tyler
oh,
Hero and Hawkins Jr. with Bam Bam.
listen, I just had like yesterday when I was live, I had a freaking Miami Heat fanatic, worse than you, worse
Yeah, I
than
know
you.
that. I already know who that is.
Heat culture, Heat culture.
Hightower. You know the Hightower.
Yes.
Haysmith. Howard Haysmith.
Yeah. All right. So here's the thing about Miami. I felt like they shouldn't have got rid of Kyle Lowry. They shouldn't have done that because he brings that leadership.
I need
No,
Scary Terry.
Scary Terry. No, he's a cone on defense. He could give you good quality on offense, but he's a cone on defense. I feel like what they needed with Kyle Lowry, he could spread the court. He could play good perimeter defense, even at the age of 37, and that's what really helped y'all in the playoffs. He was a problem even against us.
Now I real
The
listen.
little small plays.
The last year we were good because, like you said, we had Kyle Lowry playing on point guard, which we only need a point guard to facilitate our offense and help Bam do that. We had Jimmy and Bam, but we had Max Strus and Caleb Martin playing very well. So if Hodges Jr. and Duncan Robinson could do their job, and Caleb Martin could return and do his job, like we know they can. Oh, y'all all in trouble, man. The East is gonna belong to us. Boston gonna be hurt. We're gonna be the only team that can give Boston a run. It's Miami. So I'm telling you that
Hell
right
no.
now. Yeah.
Hell
Y'all
no.
don't- Yeah.
I
I'm
think
saying-
Masters really was a key blow to y'all offense because he stretched
We
out
got
that
Duncan.
court.
We got
and
Duncan now. We got Duncan.
he's-
Man, Duncan's
but
been balling this
he-
year. Duncan's been balling.
He's got cement feet, bro.
No,
It's
Ralph,
like,
you haven't been watching him lately. He's got better. He got moves now, bro. You didn't see him do the Smitty? He did the Smitty. He did the Smitty. I've never seen Duncan Robinson put the ball on the floor as much as he's been putting the ball on the floor this year. It's been incredible. I love it.
against what team? One of the
Ah,
bottom
here you go with the
feeders?
team. The Knicks. The Knicks. That's who.
Nah, he ain't do that against my Knicks. Nah, we not doing that. It was one of might have done.
Yeah, let's get up out of here because we're talking Knicks and Heat, and this is where Brandon does not want to talk no more. This is where it's time to go.
Nobody care about the Heat. The Heat haven't been good since 2014.
He it's better than the Nets that you've been rooting for the last 3 years.
I ain't been rooting for the Nets.
And yeah, they got rid of KD. Brandon said, okay, that's it. I'm done with them. So anyways, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a great show. It's actually been great. We had Ralph here today.
Yo,
Ralph
but
Alexander. Uh-huh.
but guys, I gotta go.
I appreciate you. That was
All right,
good.
Ralph.
All right, see you.
I gotta head on out. All right, fellas.
All right,
Yeah.
be good, Ralph, man.
I'll catch you later.
Appreciate you, Ralph, man. Again, y'all, we had Ralph here today. We had Craig here today. We had Travis didn't even have to talk all day. Travis actually took a break today. He didn't have to defend nothing.
It was resting, man.
Yeah, great job, man. Great job. Again, thanks for the other Ralph showing up. We're going to have to give you another name, Ralph. What is that, a microscope?
Microscope. Ralph Microscope.
Laboratory Mike. The laboratory.
Yo, again, fellas, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. We appreciate. I know all those myths they told you thought was true, but as you can see in GOAT James Kingdom, those were all lies, bro. Magic didn't do all those things. The Heat lost. Don't get it wrong. The Heat lost, but they choked as a team. And appreciate you, brother, man. Thank you for showing up. Ishmael
Appreciate
as well.
y'all, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you as well. Listen, man, y'all make sure to subscribe to the channel. Y'all hit that like button. Check out the membership because y'all know what we do here in GOAT James Kingdom. We're going to keep doing it. We'll be back next Sunday for our 100th episode and our 2-year anniversary as a GOAT James Kingdom channel. Please hit that subscribe button. If not, catch us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Also on Discord. You guys know who we are. I'm A. Johnny, the Exposer. That's B. Lee, the Sports Analyst. And this is GOAT James Kingdom. Y'all be good. Peace and blessings. See y'all next week.
Peace.
All right, see you guys.